Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Good evening.
What's up?
It is another
At
Wednesday,
least
and
you
we're
said
back
3, 2, 1.
again,
It's the people.
taking over David's channel on it.
Did you say Backstreet's back? All right.
Wow. That's exactly what I would say.
Thanks for coming out. It's been fun. I'll put some music back on for you for a couple minutes.
Just-
And then we'll
Just have to pay the royalties on that one. Oh man. Okay, so let's do some announcements real quick, right?
That sounds good. Yes.
So this is High Shelf Gaming. We are a podcast that used to happen weekly, and then COVID blew up my world, so I can't do that weekly right now. When I can do it more, there's podcast episodes coming out. I super promise you. What's up, Jagos? And so right now we are basically a Twitch stream because that's what we're putting out right now is a lot of Twitch streams. We play this on Wednesday nights. We're going to be playing Cyberpunk on the weekends. This weekend I'm taking off though, so I can do some planning for stuff that they've done. And then Monday nights we play Tales from the Loop, put on by Katrina, which was way over on the other side of Mike for me, looking at the layout
All
here.
the way over there. At the layout, I'm all the way over there.
That's right. And
See, you're falling for the same thing I always do. It's like, oh yeah, right here. No, that's not David. It's David is over here.
It's over there or there, where it's up there.
No,
Yeah. So, big announcement, of course, in our world is that Gen Con got canceled. So we had like 700 hours worth of gamer time we were going to entertain people with, and we had all these big plans, and all that gone like a puff of smoke. So we at High Shelf Gaming are retooling, and we're trying to come up with some sort of online alternative. Gen Con is going to do Gen Con online as a free thing. I'm doing air quotes because I can't imagine they're going to put a lot of effort into a free thing. There's probably going to be some kind of way for people to pay for things. I'm not really sure. But we might hook up to that. We might do our own thing. But either way, we still intend to run some kind of games on and around the Gen Con timeframe. So stay posted. We're going to be doing some retooling and all that stuff, and we will get that going. And I think that's all I got, right? Any other announcements? Do you all have any other announcements that I'm forgetting?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Mike, back to you in the land of daggers and people dying for good causes.
Right.
So many good causes that we have caused.
Yeah.
Hey,
the team's cause is the good cause in this game.
Hugo,
Cause of the
thank you for the
righteous.
sub.
Yeah, thank you, Hugo.
Oh, hey. Welcome. Yes, so Blades in the Dark. Blades in the Dark is a role-playing game. Shocker. It looks like that.
What?
It's
Is that
nice.
what we do?
It's so much fun. Yeah, so Blades in the Dark is sort of like living in a pseudo-Victorian era city that's got a lot of canals. It's got a lot of water. Yeah, it's on the coast. Got a certain amount of technology that's mostly like based on like, demon whale blood and like sparkcraft and like kind of steampunky but not. And there's a big lightning wall around everything because ghosts try to kill people. Because
Standard
what else
stuff.
would a ghost do? Yeah, because ghosts can't actually depart from the world because of stuff that happened during the Cataclysm about 1,000 years back. So yeah, if ghosts stick around too long, they just become ravenous and start to try to drain everybody's life energy. So all y'all have a little gang of criminals called the Faceless, who operate within this city called Duskfall, trying to just claw something out for yourself, right? Like everybody's packed into this city and everybody's really corrupt and everything's crappy and you're just trying to like get something for yourselves. So, yeah. Let's find out who all these characters are again, because that's something I just like to make you do at the beginning of every session. So we'll start. I'm not going to try to point. We'll start with you, Katrina, and can you tell us about Maribel?
Sure. Hi, I play Maribel. She's the slide. She likes people's secrets, just not doesn't want anyone to know her own, but she likes your secrets and she'll surely keep them for a price. That's Maribel for you. That's what all I got.
Nice. So Casey, how about Griffith?
How y'all doing? My name is Griffith. He likes to hunt the most dangerous of things, mostly humans or other Takaroshis. Now we'll get into the crux of it, but it's what he does. He tracks, he hunts, and he's a scary individual.
Nice. Ethan? No?
Muted
No.
or
Okay.
something.
No, Ethan's not playing tonight, folks. He's just
yeah.
hanging out,
Milos is just
providing
here to-
providing
Here,
ambient
here.
background.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Who are you?
I'm Ethan, and I play Milos. I am the cutter, and he's just an old ship Leviathan hunter fella, and that's it. Nothing weird going on there.
Nothing unusual. No.
Nothing unusual.
In this
Nothing
game,
no,
weird.
not at all.
no.
Nothing weird.
Why would there be?
Why would there be?
Don't
That's a
ask
great-
questions about whale hunting. He doesn't like talking about it.
No.
And last but not least, David. How about Ohm?
Yeah. I am playing Empty Ohm, who is a Taikarosi tinkerer and inventor. We are staying out of Empty Ohm's wrecked up shop. Somebody came in and broke a bunch of stuff, and we still haven't made them pay for what they've done. And yeah, I think Empty Ohm's job is to keep our patron happy. Everything else we do is really just to feed Empty Ohm a reagent here, a thing there, so that our patron says, "Ah, yes, you're making progress. I like this," and that's how we survive. Is we keep our patron happy.
And not get traumas, right?
You know,
Well,
not
yeah,
getting
maybe.
traumas is not really a goal of mine. I'm all about the traumas. I've got 2. I'm looking for a 3rd, but it
But
has to
not
be
a
the right
fourth.
one. I don't want a 4th, but 3 would be great.
Would it?
Sort of.
Maybe
Maybe
the
for the
real
XP.
treasure were the traumas we got along the way.
Yes.
That should be the name of the
Yes.
stream.
There it is.
Next time.
Always after.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so I think we last time we went out, we did a score with our special guest, former Lamp Black friend, Mr. Scannon, aka Rage, came out. And he's still out here somewhere, doing his thing, talking to ghosts, controlling the ghosts of the dead Lamp Blacks that he used to work for. I think was when we kind of last saw him, because that's a fun time. But yeah, I think we can this session we get to do downtime, which is all the character driven stuff. I'm distracting myself with too many windows in the background.
Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, so everybody gets to do their downtime actions, where they'll get to indulge their vices and get healed up if anybody got bashed up last time, and work on projects. I feel like it's been a while since we did actually have like a visit from Cinder, who represents your patron. So like maybe we'll start with something like, she's there, like, grilling everybody for information about like, progress being made or something like that.
We're more than happy to show you what we have developed. Aren't you,
I think it'd be great if Ohm wasn't there. Like hides away, makes you all answer for the work that Ohm is doing.
Oh, I can. maybe
You
do
can
that.
manage the relationship. You manage the relationship, but Ohm is the one that's like tasked with delivering, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Because I wasn't here the
Yeah,
last
so
time Cinder was here, right?
I
Oh,
think,
no,
yeah,
you
you
weren't.
weren't. Yeah.
Yeah. We can keep that going.
Yeah, I think it was Demas that had done the talking last time. So yeah. So I
Hmm,
guess Maribel is this time.
Yep. I'd love to,
Yay.
but
De facto leader. Yay.
I'd love to. I'm just it's breaking some rocks or something for 2 shillings a year.
So of course I'll greet them and
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of like you guys get back to like, the remains of Ohm's shop, and they're just in there.
hmm,
Like
It's
ain't
not
no
creepy.
thing. They just know how to get in anyway. They know where you're at. They like, We hold the keys to freedom over your head, so we know how to get in here and be like, yes. So, how are things going?
Lovely.
Tuhan, Cinder, I would like to see you both again. Things are going well. How are they for you?
Um,
Gosh.
it's like Tuhan doesn't really take part in the conversation. He's kind of there,
Mm.
like along in support. Cinder's like, so how are things going for you? And Cinder's just like, like,
Always the charmer. If you would like to come with me into the workshop.
Empty is in the workshop, having skirted past the welcome wagon moment, and is currently putting something into a case and locking it. It's the blood from last time, so they don't see it. just like feverishly, there's like paper still settling as he or they ran in and like grabbed stuff and like socked it away, and like the room is still like obviously coming to a settle after Ohm was remembering that, yes, I am here to please the patron, but the patron doesn't need to know everything about what's going on here.
Do they go by Sticks or Ohm with the patron?
Oh, good question. Are we in mask?
I think we're coming back
I
from.
wouldn't.
I don't think Maribel and Demas ever were.
Yeah, I wouldn't think with the patron it would be, because they know we're making the masks.
I feel like
Kinda
even if you
silly.
are, they know, right?
know.
Like,
Yeah.
Sure,
So-
sure. So do I go by Sticks to keep up airs, or have we all just agreed that ghost is done and they know my true name?
I think that goat has ran.
Okay,
Yeah.
that goat is ran. I love it.
That goat has kicked a man in the head and run off.
Broke somebody's knee.
RUNNOFT. Cool. Then I'll go by Empty. Empty.
Okay.
Omen.
So I'll lead them in and act as if Ohm is not doing anything suspicious. Cinder is here to see your work.
Yes, of course. Cinder, would you please take a seat? There's like a ratty old dentist chair with like a light over it.
And Maribel's like, oh God.
she will stop for a second. She's like, you're not going to be experimenting on me or anything of that nature.
No. We're beyond the experimental phase. This is proven work now.
She's like, I think while she's asking you that, Tuhan like takes out a cloth and like kind of like wipes the chair down, and then like she sits down on it
Because it's all sweaty and gross, I'm sure.
I figure like it's at least like dust or maybe like a little bit of sawdust or something.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Ohm goes over to like this old mahogany desk that has like a bunch of scratches on it, and it's all roughed up and everything like that. And there's probably still like bits of shattered glass that just never really got cleaned up from when the lab was tossed. And they open the like skinny drawer for the desk and extract an untouched, onyx black, inky black mask. And Ohm kind of goes back over towards Cinder and says, I've made great progress. This mask can now store faces. If you would like, it could store yours. I can show you how to do it.
I think first she'll ask for a demonstration of it.
Of course. They set that new mask down and pulls up the one that was going to go to Maisley, that has the not cinder. Hold on a second. Let me look at my notes here.
I know you grabbed like Narcus's face with it or something like.
That's right. Narcus. That's right.
Yes.
Has the face of Narcus on it, right? And so Ohm takes a second and like turns it over, so they're looking inside of the mask, and there's that little compartment where the fetish is, and they pop open the compartment, check to make sure that little bit of like a raven bone or whatever it is still in there, and then puts it back, and then very carefully dons the mask and ties the straps and does like just feels around the edge and grabs the little chin there, and just slowly, the inky blackness fades and Narciss's face appears, or a caricature of Narciss's face appears. And Ohm says, now this is still early, but at this distance, it's quite clear that though I am taking the face of a Stormcrow, you can tell that it's a facsimile. However, if you were, say, 20 paces or 30 paces away, maybe it's not quite so obvious.
Yeah, she kind of like, gives kind of a little tiny twinge of a grin. I like, yes, this is notable progress. The patron will be happy to hear about this. She asks if she can look at it. It's like, can I take a look at it for myself? She's like, I'm not gonna try it on, but I just want
to. Naturally, of course, and they'll kind of take it off, and I would imagine that once the mask is removed, the face disappears or something like that. Just because I feel like there's got to be some sort of like energy transfer between you and the mask of some kind, or something along those lines.
Cool.
And so they'll hand it over and say, the process is quite painless. To store a mask, I've tested on a number of living and non-living subjects, and it has performed to the standard that I hold for myself.
Good. It's part of the reason that we chose you is your high standard of quality. You were going to do good work. She's gonna look at it. Is the space where like the fetish is the fetish like tied to like this fetish is this face, and like you'd swap it out for another one to do a different face kind of thing? Or?
I would think so. Yes, I would think that the fetish stores is like maybe the key for the mask to unlock, or maybe it does actually store the face itself inside the fetish. I'm not really
drive with a face in it.
Yeah, but obviously it's got to be like a bone of something, or a vial of blood from another thing, or whatever. It has to be some one of those sorts of deals. But I haven't quite figured out if it is just unlocking the face, or if it's actually carrying the information that the mask needs. I don't know if that fetish in another mask would still carry it. Just me as a player, I don't know that.
Yeah. So I think that kind of ends up being part of her questions. It's like,
okay,
this is good progress. The patron's going to be very proud to hear about this. He's going to be very glad to hear this. You've done good work. All of you have. But she will ask, is the fetish what carries the face? Like if you move the fetish between masks, does the face move between masks? And I think once there's like some conversation around that, she would have a better way of phrasing the question than what Mike does. But the thing that she would want to know is if can the fetishes be replicated and like produced?
Yes, scale. That is the question. At this stage, this is still very much prototype. I was envisioning prototyping more features and functions to the mask. I could deviate and explore production. What would the patron desire?
Production is going to be a question, and it's going to be a significant one. But I think before we get bogged down in that, I think there are other things which you've discussed possibly being able to do, which would take priority. Right? Being able to communicate in a way that's private. If that's possible, then it's definitely something where reproduction will be a significant concern. Can can we do that and make multiples to do that?
Of course. Yes. This is
So
good.
bear in mind reproduction of masks, certainly, but these other things that were discussed about, can the mask do a thing? Those should be your focus in the immediate future.
Okay. I will keep in mind that this guidance will come up again, and I will try and make sure my efforts bear that in mind, so that I don't go down a rabbit hole of sorts. If I will continue my efforts, and if I run into a decision point whereby, maybe some things are possible, but in doing so we are sacrificing other things, I will try and pause my efforts there until we can have a further discussion. Would that be appropriate?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the bulk of what I have to show you. I have been working towards advancing the voices aspect of this, so that this can go beyond mere visual disguise, but to go further and provide additional favors on the streets and that sort of thing, wherever it may be worn. I have noticed that these are rather fragile, that though they can do a great deal of things, if they take significant damage, they begin to behave erratically. So I have an intention to understand that a little bit more, and to see if they can be strengthened in some way, fortified. That will take some effort. And I, at this point, I'm only exploring the notion. I won't move forward with it, because I believe that fortification might cause us to sacrifice somewhere else. And I want that to be a decision that is left to you and the patron.
Very good.
Okay.
We will endeavor to continue our work on the masks. Has done an excellent job so far, and I do not doubt that they will continue to do a great job. Is there more that you would like to know, Cinder?
She gets back up, like I think Tuhan probably lends her a hand to get back up out of the dentist chair.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's probably stuck down and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's probably not great.
It's like, I'm just gonna
not
lay
good.
here while he's like, okay, back up.
While he's monologuing.
Yeah. But Tuhan lends her a hand to get back up. And she's just like, no, I think, getting a feel for how things have been going was our significant concern here today. And, I feel like this is good progress. The patron will be happy to hear about it.
Fantastic. It is always wonderful to be in your wow, Heather just lost the plot.
Not just me. Okay.
It's always good to have you come check on our work.
Yes. It's always satisfying, because the group of you always do so well.
Thank you. We do try. Would you care for some tea?
She politely declines, like, no, thank you. I need to get back to the patron with this report.
Of course. Understandable.
But yeah,
I will lead them out. I
yeah.
will kindly lead them out. I will so hostess like. Just
Yes. Tuhan will hand her huge hooded cloak, and they will head back out.
While they leave, like once they're out of the workshop area,
Mhm.
Ohm is gonna breathe a heavy sigh of relief, and in the deep drawer where normally a file cabinet would be,
Mhm.
pull that open and pull out their own mask that's all glitchy and busted up, and set that back on the desk, and just look at it in just bewilderment of what the fuck am I gonna do with this? Like that's the thing I didn't want them to see was how jacked that mask is.
If the crew would allow, I would like to track our lovely
No.
patrons. No,
Nope.
Maribel.
Maribel will not let it. Nope.
Maribel,
Nope.
I'll be hidden.
Ghost?
I ain't gonna
No.
start.
No.
Maribel, we're not freaked out one iota. One, Cinder seems, I don't know, especially with Homeboy. Two, we gonna keep working for these people without knowing who our boss is?
Ghost? No.
Yes.
No.
I don't like it.
I say my piece, which is no, and then go to make some tea for to calm them down, and I leave Ghost to his own accord, assuming that he listened to me saying no.
What does Ghost do?
But also,
Milos will kind of pipe up from standing over kind of to the side because this is kind of above his pay grade as far as he's concerned. He's like, I wasn't around for this shit. I don't know. He's just like, what's the matter, Griffith? You need a bit of exercise, activity? You feeling a bit restless?
It's not so much about restless. It's more about not knowing who we're working for. But I will respect our boss's wishes. So, what do you have in mind?
Oh, I don't know. I got feeling a bit tense, I guess. I was gonna go walk about the town a bit.
I think I'll join you. So where are we going? Because I was going to go play dice.
Oh, well, I'm not much for gambling, but I'll swing by.
I want to follow Milos. I want to see where Milos goes.
oh, I thought you were gonna go follow the patron.
I was, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, we're so close to meeting these people. Let's not mess it up. I'm not feeling lucky tonight. I don't feel like I'm gonna have good rolls, so I don't want.
That just makes it more interesting.
Whatever Ghost will do. I mean,
I thought about it, and I'm like, I'm not feeling really lucky tonight. Let's not push our luck tonight.
So with those two gone, is it just Maribel and Ohm?
I think so.
Okay, perfect.
I'll bring Ohm some tea that they like.
Yes, thank you. So like when you bring that, they promptly ignore it because I think that's what Ohm would do.
Yep.
And say, did you hear that comment about manufacturing?
Yes, it's a little worrisome, honestly.
That was my thought too. Making a handful of these, I can't do that. Making many of these, certainly boiling it down to a set of instructions. I've done that before for a boss, and that's how you lose your job. Is when you hand them the instructions, then the gig is up. I'm nervous that the end result of this is that we are no longer useful.
I agree. I believe there will be a point where that is going to happen, and we'll need to overpower that thought. I think that my advice to you, would be to start keeping 2 books.
Okay.
Between you and I, and perhaps we'll discuss that with Demas when he returns.
Okay, I can do that.
However best you think you can put information down and it still look accurate. Maybe
perhaps you should check over my efforts. I wouldn't want there to be an obvious gap that you or someone of your training could spot.
Understandable. I think that's a smart idea.
The other thing that worries me, when they were in here, this mask was out. Now, I mentioned in the conversation that they can be damaged. I don't know how much they saw while they were waiting for us.
I think it's reasonable that since this is a prototype, that you would have several functioning and non-functioning masks. I think it's easy for us to talk that away, should that come up in conversation. Cinder seemed to be pleased with the efforts that you showed her with, I think that is Maisley's mask, is that correct?
Yes, I did not want to show her my own, which has had the most work done to it.
But that was a smart move as well. I think it might also be beneficial if you do not show her your mask in the future. Whatever you feel is appropriate for them to see, you should put in Maisley's mask or a different mask. Yours should remain the prototype that you work on for yourself, for not for show, I suppose.
Help me understand, if you could maybe put some thought to this. The set of ideas that we were chasing, faces, voices. I understand that from a disguise perspective. Secure communication, I think I understand that as well. What you would use that for. But the keying it to objects, what could they want out of that?
Keying it to objects?
One of the stated goals of this is to have it so that the masks react differently when they're in the presence of a specific object or a specific place. And that one I don't fully understand. And I was wondering if maybe you could think on that one some and help me understand what their goal might be. One, so that I can certainly build to keep that goal in mind, but two, maybe there's a clue there as to the nature of our patron and what where their power is from, or what their pressure points are.
Yes, I have two notions just off the cuff. One would be for access to certain rooms or places swiftly, without needing anything in between. And perhaps in regards to the communication piece, should the masks be within the distance of a lamp on a table, then they would be activated for two people to communicate privately. Those are my thoughts off the cuff, but I will surely give it some more thought.
Okay, I think I can work with those, and that does make a lot of sense. But I don't know. There's just seems the list of goals is very particular, and I think that understanding more of that would be helpful to us to understand how we might survive the end game of this.
Yes, I agree, but I think we also need to play it close to our chest for now. Ghost was just asking to follow the Cinder, and I said no to that. I don't think that right now is a good time to dash our prospects, as it were.
When would be the right time for Ghost to follow
them? That is a good question, but I don't feel that right now is that time.
Okay. I will get back to work. Thank you for the tea.
Of course. Thank you. Good job. Great work.
Likewise. And they go and get some big glass thing that has a bunch of different lenses to look at various things and get down to trying to understand how this mask is broken, right? And understand what could possibly be done to repair it, understand the nature of the faults and that kind of thing.
Right.
Maribel goes to study Demas's spider webs and things as she tries to piece together what this all means.
Now, which the hell one of these pins is Cinder?
God damn it, I told you a color coding system, Demas. Color coding.
There's like 3 different things it could be, like reasonably. So it's not like finding it. It's like, which one is it?
Yeah.
What you don't know is Imperial City stuff has its own organization system.
Hmm.
So yeah, everybody's gonna get to do their downtime stuff. So we get to, on top of like having these like visits from Cinder and Tuhan, which obviously go well. I certainly didn't make extra rolls in the background, which you're like, I wonder how much they saw. Like,
Also, Casey,
that
don't
sounds
let
like a
what
fortune roll.
don't let what I said stop you from anything. Like
Oh,
you do ghost, man.
I legitimately thought about it, and I'm like, man, I'm having horrible luck on these rolls, like from 2 nights
You
ago, and I'm
haven't
like,
even rolled yet tonight. It's a
That's
new
what makes
night,
it
my
good.
friend. It's a new night.
that's the thing. I'm still.
Got to risk it for the biscuit. Maybe
That is
maybe that's
our-
not the biscuit tonight, but there's a biscuit somewhere in here this session that you
Oh,
got.
Yeah,
to risk
I
for.
played through 2 sessions of Call of Cthulhu, and I succeeded on 1 roll.
Oh,
Maybe 2. One of them was a sandy roll, so it doesn't even count. But like one thing I wanted to do, I did. So it's fine.
damn.
We'll see. Who
Yeah.
knows? I might be able to track them later. I legitimately.
Yeah.
I do have ghosts. I do have Cerberus with me. So
Yeah, the thing I would say is like, let's do downtime stuff, and then if you did want to do that kind of thing, that's kind of more that the free play, exploring the city, talking to people kind of things, when it's not tied specifically to downtime. So
gotcha.
we have time to decide if you're going to do that or not, because you should do it. You should totally do it. Come on.
Real quick, where's my clock on my wife showing up? Where are we at on that? I
Oh,
have completely lost track of that.
I have to actually. Let's hop over to the
Surprise, she's
muted,
here.
bunch of clocks page. Yay.
Yeah, let's show that to the audience
All
because
the clocks.
we have so many things we're working on.
Yeah, so
But
it's
so
it's
many
a
we finished
downtime,
too.
so it's
I
it's
know.
time to throw another tick on there. So yeah, soon. But you still have a little bit more time to prep.
Oh shit! I need
Mhm.
to
That
get.
good or bad? Like, I'm trying to gauge, is that shit, she's still not here yet, or shit, she's almost here. Like,
Shit, she's almost here. Like I haven't
okay.
done enough yet. I'm like, I'm glad we got that notary. I need to go talk to some people. What are we gonna do with this damn unicorn? Why did I say yes to this?
Oh, were you wanting to keep that? Were we still going to try and keep that at the Welkers?
I was either gonna do that if your character was comfortable with it. If not, I was gonna leave it at the goatery and we could just feed a goat every once in a while. Because again, it would be a real shame if your brother tried to steal that thing, and it would be a real shame if ghosts would have to kill your brother.
Well, it would be a real shame. I'd be really torn up about that.
He's not
and-
on your friends, so it's fine.
and
He
his
won't
This
know.
game is just brutal to Maribel's
And-
contacts, anything in their life. It's all up
you
for
got.
grabs.
Sometimes
you
I
know
wonder,
what,
it's
you
like,
gotta-
am I the one leading on her contact list, or it's just like just kind of how it's playing out? Because
You got to break a lot of eggs to make a cake and kill a lot of people to make it to the top of the food chain of the information gathering spy ring. So
yeah, you have to
Those
kill
two
all the
things
other
have
people who
nothing
might
to
be
do with me.
siphoning off that information, right? That's
We need to give Maribel some good old fashioned blackmailing. Like we need to do some we need to let her do some good old fashioned blackmail.
That would be pretty
I think
cool.
that's what she needs right now.
I need a good blackmail.
Good blackmail. Just ruin someone socially for the rest of their life. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, but let's try knocking out some of the downtime stuff here, because I think some of y'all might be a little bit beat up.
I
Last
do
time.
grant a extra action to someone during downtime, and I will not need it this time. So
I might need that.
Okay.
But we'll see. I'm definitely set up to help people deal with their ailments, their harms, heal them. So if anybody wants me to, remove their humors, I can do so.
What can you do with like bones?
Quite a lot, actually.
Just humors. You can
if you-
only-
all of my harm is bone related. I've got a fractured jaw from a crowbar and some bruised ribs.
I can remove them. I can replace them.
I need the jaw.
I can reset them. Do you need new teeth? I can give you new teeth like this. And you see like rows of teeth.
You really are related to Griffith. That's...
Yeah.
How is
runs in the
Milos's
family.
humor with Ohm? I'm just curious.
I don't
They're
think
different than
Milos knows
demons.
what to make of him. It's just kind of like, okay.
His goldsmithing is second to none. I mean, look at this fang. Look how great this looks.
It's like engraved with like ancient runes and messages.
But so most.
I would actually, I mean, unless Ethan wants to go, I'll actually take your healing up. Like, I would like to get rid of my sprained knee.
Yeah, I think Milos would do that first before going to indulge his vice.
Okay.
At sea? Don't you have to go to the sea?
Not necessarily. That's more like a Mecca type thing. You go like once every year, 2 years, whatever, maybe once in a lifetime. You don't have to go all the time.
Plus, it's a port city. I mean,
It's a port city.
you're on the ocean. Yeah, you're right here on the edge of the Void Sea to begin with. See the
Not too bad.
scenic black waves against the shore, like
It's a living.
there
Unsettling is
under
more
the
likely.
moonlight at lunchtime. Yeah, like
So you get a +1d to your healing treatment.
yes. What's Tinker?
Tinker roll of 3.
So I think I said last time that would be if they're going to you for that, then it's 4 dice.
Okay, cool. I will. Who's getting it
going
first?
Oh, same hat.
Jinx.
Yeah.
I
Okay, so
am
you
not
want to go
injured,
first? You want me to go
so-
first?
You can go first, Ethan.
Okay.
Ethan.
All right. I have, so it would be 4 dice, and then I have vigorous, so I take +1d to healing treatment rolls, so I get 5 dice.
Yeah, you're
Whoa.
friggin'
Nice.
fine.
Awesome.
What the hell?
Awesome.
I'm ready to heal.
And you're
Who rolls
rolling that, right? Not me, correct?
Either one.
No, you should roll it. I don't want to be in charge of whether or not you heal. But yeah,
Vigorous.
but Ohm sets you down in the dentist chair, and they say, I think it still smells nice from when Cinder was here. So you should enjoy this. It's about to smell a lot worse. And start getting in there and like wrenching with your bones and stuff.
Okay.
Love it.
What do we got? Got a 6 and a
There
bunch
we go.
of 5s. How many ticks is a 6?
So that a 6 is 3 ticks.
My clock only has 3 ticks now.
Yes.
I am unstoppable.
Oh, that's right, because vigorous is also the like you permanently fill one. Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you're all set.
Goodbye, level 1 harm.
Where is, playing this game enough, I should know where the fortune.
Oh yeah, at the bottom on the right hand side underneath your friends.
There it is.
Yeah. There might also be one like right next to your healing clock, I think. But that
Oh, I
they
think.
both end up
Oh,
doing the
you.
same
I think you
thing.
can click on healing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Just roll a handful of dice. See how it goes. Come on, man.
what would
Hard
I be
6.
using? What would I be using for healing? I forget. For me,
It would be 4 dice if you're getting me to heal you, unless you have
Okay.
anything else that augments that. You get 4 dice because you're sitting in Ohm's chair and Ohm is going to work on you.
let me see this.
I have a friend
Just
who's a physiker. Probably not going to go see him very much. I don't know who Sawtooth is.
Nope. Let's see. Submit. Hey!
Oh, that's a
Crit.
crit.
Yeah. So that's
Dude.
See, see. Look at your dice. Look at your dice.
I no longer have.
You could have
There's still
following
time.
Cinder.
so yeah, 2
Yeah.
to fill it. And then it
Or you got in the
resets.
2-3s. I don't know what your
Yeah.
What's your
I got
score?
I got a prowl and I got hunt. So let's go with I probably would have got at least 1-6 because I would have taken some
you go.
kind of bargain of stress or something.
There it is.
We're gonna go optimistic. So do I get to keep a leftover one on my clock? Like-
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it stays there unless until it stays there. If you take harm again, it gets knocked off.
Okay.
Just don't get hit.
And
Just don't get hit.
can I interrupt this role playing game to announce that I just received an email with the title "Get Your Juiciest Skin."
Amazing.
What game is
Well, yeah, but what do I need to do to get it? Because all right, in.
Apparently, this very expensive makeup product.
I
Oh.
don't know.
No.
Oh,
Is juicy
Still
something that
in.
you
I mean,
want skin to be?
I've never seen it before, but juicy skin is in. Apparently, I'm very sorry to derail, but I thought that was very important.
I like Chat's or Chance's take on this cannibalism.
Cannibalism.
It
That's
was
what you need, the
weird.
juicy skin.
Sorry.
Delicious. Griffin would
Good to know.
enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we've healed Milos, we've healed Griffith.
I think I need a healing as well. Actually, I'll go ahead and take a turn at healing if I may.
So if you do it to yourself, you do take stress.
Oh, that's right. I don't want to do that.
How
wanna-
stressed are you?
I also want to take care of my stress today. So as to not get a third trauma.
I thought you wanted one. I thought you just said.
You know, I teased that in the beginning. I don't know that I'm quite ready at this stage in the game to be on my third act out of 4, right? Because I mean, if I think about Ohm's trajectory, they're in Act 2 right now. I don't really want to start Act 3 just yet.
One of my characters is in intermission, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd really like to do take care of my stress actually over getting healed just yet.
Okay.
Which is of course doing my vice, yes.
Yes. So that's
Awesome.
heading over to Silk Shore and back up to the rooftop market.
Yeah.
Um,
And the really nice thing about this is I just got a visit from Cinder. I'm in a wind at my back, feeling good, but there's a crisis with this busted up mask. And I think that this shop is just what I need to reset myself, maybe get some inspirations, maybe dabble in some of the other forms of spark craft that might be present, other forms of blood rites and magic that I might be able to find. And one of the further back shelves is probably Ohm's thought when going out there.
okay. Yeah, so you're able to head over to, and I don't have that map in Roll20, but there is a better map of Silk Shore in Legend Keeper, which is awesome, and people should go check it out at legendkeeper.com. That's for all your campaign management needs.
We'll go to legendkeeper.gov. That's where they keep all
Yeah.
cryptid stuff.
App.legendkeeper.com.
Well, if you don't have the login, then going to app.legendkeeper.com doesn't help that much,
Oh.
but
Sorry, I've had a login for a very long time.
yes. So yeah, in the upper layers of Silk Shore, up above the Ease district there, which is at the ground level, is really it's all canals. But up at the upper level, there's like kind of these little like rickety bridges and stuff like that, and like at the top of some of the buildings, there's this marketplace where there's like kind of the fancier wares and stuff like that from like sort of specific vendors. And that's where your contact Ojak. Double check what her name was. Ojak yes, hangs out.
Mm.
Um, Probably in a stall where you're, not super occupied. Like whenever we have kind of arriving, then there's like, someone who's kind of like finishing their business to leave.
Yeah, and thankfully this store does not have a bell that tends to drive home a little nuts. So, it's a nice felt-lined door, so it's very quiet when you open, very quiet when you leave, and they kind of slip in, and right before arriving, they of course do their clothing reversal, so it's all like this kind of pearlescent white and deep navy blue, in their outfit. But on the way there, they were in just like a brown trench coat kind of thing. And so all of the flash comes out right as they're about to walk into the store.
Nice. Yeah, Ojek is there. She is probably wearing her usual, where she's got kind of like a tiara headband kind of thing that has like the veil, like the translucent silky veil that hangs down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's probably wearing a dress that like there's like flickering like torches kind of thing here. Like up on this level, it's not so much like that it's like full blown built stores with like walls and stuff. It's like it's kind of like market stalls. So there's like four corners and there's like a big like patterned tarp that like performs like a ceiling overhead and stuff like that. Um,
Gotcha.
but her outfit is like these many layers of like really sheer material. So like you get that like kind of like it forms a shape, but like when there's light behind her, like you can make out like the full outline of like her inside this like shifting translucent form
Oh,
that kind of
cool.
like flows around her.
Sure. Um, then Ohm would approach when she was free, and would say, the um, the the pattern you're wearing today is nearly hypnotic. I can't even make out as the top and bottom layers shift. I'm seeing different things. This is a new look for you. I very much like it.
Like yes, this is it's a special type of silk that's woven from the silkworms of such and such trees in Iruvia, and it's like this like totally special thing. Like we got some in, so I've been trying to do what I can to show off its versatility and uses so that we could like draw some customers to make use of it for their projects.
I'm sure
She's
that's
like,
going
but
incredibly well.
she's like, it's been selling very well, especially with like representatives for some of like the fancier households in the city. And she'll like do that big smile that like goes way back with like all the rows
Yeah.
of the tiny little knife teeth. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
what can I do for you, my dear?
I have found my way into a bit of a pickle, and Ohm will lean in close and explain that you know the things that they acquired earlier were incredibly successful and really drove things forward. But now I have a wounded animal in my hands, and it's a question of, can the animal be mended or not, right? And it seems that it wants to be mended. It seems that it has an intention to heal, but can it be done so? And so that's how Ohm will kind of couch their issues, and see if she can pick up on what Ohm's putting down.
Um, yeah, she's it's quiet. She'll like kind of wave you back towards like there's kind of like the main entryway, and there's like some stuff up towards the front where for people to like look around at, and then there's like kind of like the counter space for there's more stuff to view. There's places for people to set their stuff down when they're trying to like check out stuff. And then there's like the table farther back from that. And she'll be like, yeah, come back over here where like, people aren't just wandering up to that table kind of deal if they
Sure.
do show up. So
Sure.
um and she probably has like a couple chairs there and like a decanter and something like a I don't want to not like a booze, but like maybe like some kind of like a crystal decanter that's like a tea kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and some little like transparent crystal-y type cups for it. So she'll
Excellent.
pour you a little drink. You know, yeah, show me what you're working on. Like, see what I can do.
Yeah. And so with that kind of level of privacy in this treatment, then Ohm would produce the mask that is glitching. And it comes out of some little like side pocket where the mask is wrapped around a rib kind of thing, so you can't really see it because it's kind of formed to the body.
Yeah.
And they'll pull it out and kind of gently rest it on like a felt top kind of thing, and say, the impact was here. You can see how it's fractured. I think this can be mended, but the behavior is so erratic that I don't know that a mending would really recover it. I don't know if it will always have this personality change.
Right. So, for a Mike question,
Yeah.
are you hoping to get her help with fixing this too while you're here?
No, I'm looking for her to kind of see this is like maybe Ohm being a little brazen and sharing part of Ohm's other side with this person that is kind of a confidant to them. And this is certainly a risk for Ohm to like expose this object. Um, but what they're looking for is for her to be inspired by what she's seeing and perhaps be able to point Ohm in the direction of some materials or some kind of like some kind of like maybe fabric repair type approach or something along those lines that Ohm is not considering to get the wheels of inspiration moving kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, then she'll like, she'll ask permission before picking it up, kind of deal. Like, may I?
Yeah, of course. The
Um,
strongest points are here kind of thing, and they would show her how to do it.
and she'll pick it up and she'll kind of support it gently. And her fingers are actually really long. And like as she's there, she's like stroking by the chin, but she's got like two thumbs, so she's like doing it both sides.
Taikarosi are so fun.
Yeah. Um, but she'll like kind of like very gently roll it over and like see like, oh yes, you can see where like, the filaments of such and such were crushed and something. You know. And yeah, she'll have some sort of like really weird material option for you. It's like, oh yes, if you had the like, jub bird feather shafts, then you could use those and you could shave them down and do the things to like reinforce it. It's like, you know, give it some like little like ribs made out of like the shafts of these feathers that like um, like and as it so happens, oh, I just happen to have a few, right? Like, because
Oh, I must simply have them.
yes, your shopping here is your thing. So yeah, like let's get it all in there. Um, but yeah, she'd be able to like help point you in a direction of like, yeah, it looks like, part of the reason that it's having the problem is just because like, the structure of it was like harmed. Like it's not, um, yet if you could like reinforce the shape of it, that would cause it to help.
Sure.
It gets the
Perfect.
wires that are crossed back separate again. You don't have to worry about it anymore. That's,
Right,
yeah.
right. Now this is perfect. So that's exactly what Owen wanted was for her to kind of come up with some ideas or some materials that Ohm is not aware of, so that they could take them and get back to work on this. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, then she can like, rummage around in the back. And actually it's like a locked box that she brings out, and she has like maybe like four of these like real long feathers that are like um they're black with this kind of like iridescent pearl gold type pattern to
Ooh,
them.
cool. Yes, must have. What's the price? Kind of thing.
Oh, it's expensive but not so high that it's coming out of like your coin stash kind of deal, but like
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Ohm will spend a fair amount of time, analyzing and selecting and then just just like being in the shop, enjoying the teas and all that kind of stuff, just soaking in this break from reality for a minute.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, there's like kind of that little like, camera pulls back montage of you guys like looking at feathers and how they would go into reinforce and stuff like that. We can do your vice roll.
Perfect. So vice roll, indulge vice. There it is. What do any bonus dice or anything like that, or just roll it?
No, I think it's just straight up right now.
Perfect.
For clear amount of stress equal to the highest die result. So it is 4.
All right, cool. Lovely. Much better.
Cool. So we've hit everybody for 1 so far except Maribel. So Katrina, do you have any idea what Maribel's up to?
So our heat is not high, but I think it could be lower. So I think that I want to bring that down.
Okay.
If possible. Probably do that. Probably do that by talking to the Rose. But dealing with heat is not just like talking to the cops, it's like talking to other gangs too, right?
It can be, yeah. Like if you're like, oh, this other gang keeps encroaching on our turf, then, you corner one of them outside a tavern and you yell at them using command. That can be a reduce heat. You can go talk to the Rose, which we've done before, and that can reduce heat. You can, try to make peace with people of like, oh, if I tried to go and be like obviously spending money among the people around like that neighborhood by where we had the thing on the bridge, then like that could reduce heat by like trying to like, just calm calm things down, right? Like smooth out tensions and ripples and
yeah. Could I actually like go to the Rosy Devil and
definitely
grease some palms with some coin and kind of calm things down, but also establish a presence in this area.
Okay. Yeah. You can absolutely head over to the Rosy Devil.
Awesome. And I think I would just kind of just chat people and be present and maybe talk to Rose herself, and just within the skill consort.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Okay.
Nothing,
yeah, I mean, there's
nothing major. So it's just like clearing some heat.
Just doing what Maribel does, yeah, right. Yeah, I mean,
killing
it's
people on her friends list.
Well, the other thing Maribel does, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Right. Yes, that one.
Yes, shooting people in the face. Wait, the third thing Maribel does is
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, talking to people. That would be the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still like probably like it's not quite dinner time type range. Like it's late afternoons. Like if you go to the Rosy Devil, it's still fairly mellow. There will certainly not be any storm crows in there. There's a few people. They're just kind of like laborers and stuff from around this part of Crow's Foot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
well, this
I
is
think
sort of our turf now too. So
yeah.
So we kind of want to have a presence there. So Rosemary, Maribel Rosemary, with her mask, it's this lovely, delicate porcelain type mask, or looking mask anyway, would be there to be present and yeah, be known.
Okay. Yeah. Then there's like where we go and sit down. Like eventually Rose does come over, pop over on her little hooves, tail swinging behind her, horns nicely polished. Comes over, hand on your arm. What can I get for you, dear? Welcome to the Rosy Devil. What can I get?
I would love your best Wow, my brain tonight, y'all. Love your best mint liqueur.
In the core. I have something special. A cousin sent it to me from Tykeros. You'll love it.
Fantastic. Always love something new and exotic.
Perfect. You're gonna love it here. She pats you on the arm. She goes off behind
I
the bar
already do.
to fetch a drink. Yeah. But yeah, people are milling about. Um, People are starting to get off work. And
Mhm.
she brings back your drink, and you're able to converse with people and hang out and talk with her and all that kind of stuff like you would.
Cool. Probably make it known that this might be the new place that I might be hanging out at. And
She
others of
seems
my ilk.
like kind of pleased by the implication of that. Like,
Mhm.
glad you like the place. We're always happy to have new regulars. So
Yes. There might be the slight implied, protection money might be a thing, but it's just gently implied. Just a tap of it implied. But yeah. But yes, I would like to do that to reduce our heat, please, sir.
I'm going to shake her down to reduce our heat.
No, that's what I
Yeah,
meant, and you know that's not
I
what I
know
meant.
what you. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Cool. Just roll straight consort, right?
Yeah, where'd that go here? Yep. Just choose your action and roll it.
So don't care about position or
Yeah.
effect. 5 and 2.
So if 5 means that you clear 2 heat.
Woo!
Nice.
That puts us at 1 gang.
Don't worry, we'll ruin that.
I know you will. Count on.
Is there such a
on
thing
you
as like
guys.
overdoing it on reducing heat,
No.
like there is with stress? Okay.
Not like with indulging your vice, where oh, I made people too happy with us. I'm get lost and in trouble. Yeah, like no,
I
that
mean,
one's
the
not
rest of
there.
this game is pretty killer to us, so.
It's
But
great.
cool. Awesome
I love
sword.
it
I've
so
moved it.
much.
I know you do. I moved it down to 1 on
Oh,
the
okay. Cool.
crew sheet. Cool.
Yep. Yeah, so everybody's still got at least one, and in sorry, I'm accidentally grabbing stuff on the Roll20 desktop and moving it. Everybody's still got at least one more downtime action that they can take. Anybody have anything particular that they wanted to try to hit?
I think I do.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase it. I would either, I'm not quite sure. I'd either like to move efforts to continue the spy ring in other areas close by, but I feel like there could be something more that I could do in our new turf location. But I don't know what that is.
You could like work on our little gang, the gutter snipes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe set them up in the turf kind of thing, because we have kind of battered them a bit, and they have not really had like a win in a minute or like a way to like replace some of the gear they've lost or recoup some of their injuries and that kind of thing. So maybe you
newer
could
turf or older turf?
I was thinking you could install them in the new turf
Okay.
and like let them kind of recuperate in there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing is what I was thinking.
Kind of set them up to be the watchers and info gatherers in that area, since we're going to need to know more about what's going on. So maybe that is more specific, like getting information and just kind of the goings on of the new turf by use of the gutter snipes. I'm thinking of like a prolonged wheel.
Mm-hmm. Like a long-term
clock.
project.
Yeah, long-term project. Of because then we will know a little better of like who we need to shake down or who is causing trouble, so that we can kind of keep us as our turf and clean and stuff like that.
Right. So one option there could be that it's like the practical outcome of it in the fiction is that it's like, making people aware that like the gutter snipes operate here and like do stuff. But like in the mechanical side of it, there are factions that are like, the people of such and such district, and it could be like working towards like, oh, we're trying to like gain positive
Yeah.
rankings with like the people of Crowsfoot.
hmm Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That'd be
Mhm.
awesome. Like we're
And,
like
like-
we're like helping the area
Yeah.
using the
Yeah.
gutter snipes to do so.
Get that +2 rep with them or whatever. Have them
Are
take
we
a
turning
bullet
into
for
the
us or something.
Yakuza? The
Maybe.
Yakuza?
Maybe.
Is that what we're
Probably.
doing? I'm down for it. If we
All a
are.
little bit of everything, right? We're a little
Yeah.
bit of like WWE meets Yakuza.
Yakuza meets Mission Impossible and
Yeah.
any Michael Bay movie from
But
the
we're
early
always wearing
2000s.
luchador masks, right? And through all of this.
It's a little bit of
Yes.
Nacho Libre.
Nacho.
It's a lot of Nacho Libre.
I'm okay with that.
So
We're proud.
yeah.
Dang it! Now it makes me want to do a drop kick in the next hit, like just straight up drop kick a dude.
One of the Stormcrows tried to do that to Milos a couple sessions ago. It did not go well.
Did not work out well. He got a dog bite.
Awesome. So yeah, does that work as a clock?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Improve standing of the citizens. Crowsfoot. Yep. And how
So yeah, that's our new clock there.
how would I roll for that? What?
What kind of an action are you taking to try to like, install the gutter snipes here as, not install them as somebody who's like not negative, if that makes sense. Like they're here to try to do something neutral,
Street
if not
urchin
positive.
things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're a band of urchins, but they're going to be like, jolly urchins singing songs and like delivering newspapers or something.
I mean, this is kind of perfect for them, right? Because they're principled, they're loyal. I mean, this is like that's a really good way to use the gutter snipes because they're not going to go around hurting people.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm kind of like not sure which one I want to use, like, because I could charm them and be charming with them to ask, to have them do this,
Mhm.
or use connections from your heritage background friends to access resources, information, people, or places. So I'm not sure which one would fit better. I will say my higher stat is sway. So
I think if you wanted to do it as sway, that's fine because like there's
and then I
been
want them to forget all about it. No, I'm kidding.
the gutter snipes. The gutter snipes have just always been here. They've always been our friends. Yeah, we have always
No, I think, like-
we've always been allies with gutter snipes and at war with the wraiths.
Yeah, I think it's part of it's like charming the kids to show that we're on their side and whatever, but also
Mhm.
like kind of in the longer game charming the people around that the kids are there for like the good.
Yeah.
So that would be my argument for sway.
Look at these lovable kids. We love to take care of them and tell them our secrets.
That's what I want them to say. Yes. Give me your secrets, all of them. Thank you.
Yes.
Position and thing is regular.
We get to ignore those for right now.
Okay. Okay. Hey.
6?
6.
Wow. All right.
Did it, guys. I did it.
Yay.
Decided choose side. Tick tick tick.
I get 3.
Oh yeah, sorry. I overtook.
I mean, you can give me 4. It's fine. Also fine with 4.
No, stop. I'm offended by that extra tick on the
Oh
clock.
gosh. Cool. Those are my
Um,
actions, boys.
Okay. I think when you're doing that, you do end up like being in touch with the gutter snipes. So like sorry, let me
Yeah, who's their little de facto leader?
find my
Zamira.
Zamira.
Mm-hmm. Definitely want to like train Zamira up to be like A-OK spy, blackmail, get her. Gotta
Yeah,
train
so
him from the right
they
age, guys. God.
Yeah,
this one
child
cannot
labor
become
laws are not a thing here, so we're just
Not
gonna.
in Duskfall. Mm-mm.
child labor laws in Duskfall are just yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, Zamira is the de facto leader. At some point, she was the last person who had the fake Boss gun axe. Before
Mhm.
like it got stolen. I think it got stolen by like the junkie dudes. Um, but
Oh
like because she
yeah.
was the last one who had it, she's been able to maintain the like I was the
Mm.
last one who had it. Nobody else has been able to take it. That means I'm in charge still. So
That's
Yeah.
greatness. That's greatness.
like
Mhm.
that was the item that proved you were in charge for the time, and she was the last one who had it, so she's the one who's in charge.
She had the conch.
Yes.
Totally agree.
But yeah,
Women
Zamira.
empowerment. Let's do it,
Yes.
girl. Let's do it.
Zamira and Stev will be they're around. Like there's
Stev.
other members too. But there's
Mhm.
Zamira and Stev. Stev was the one who had it before her and has been like, no, that's not how it works. Just like, shut up, Stev. Uh, but yeah, they will tell you that they did see um they saw guys in plague doctor masks. Um,
All right.
they saw them leaving what's left of the Lamp Black's warehouse from that side by the canal.
Mm.
So that's
All
the
right.
part that like there was still enough there that there was a door. Because that's what the Storm Crows had been trying to get into also at one point. She's like, yeah, we saw them coming out that door. And then
Lovely.
they like one of them was carrying something and they left. But
Mm. Okay. If you see them come back, let us know. Keep an eye on them. Much appreciated.
okay, boss.
Yes.
And
Love
then
it. I'm just gonna be in charge of everyone. It's great.
yes.
Middle management for me, y'all.
Somebody's got to do it.
Only until you topple Cinder and like go all the way to the top, right? Like that's yeah.
We're gonna do
Um
it.
yeah, but that's they go on about their business. They're like, hey, be nice to the, butcher guy
Mhm.
who got all drugged up and weird, and be nice
Yeah.
to the everybody else, So like, okay,
Mhm.
yeah, got it. We'll go do that.
I'll definitely pass on the information about the wraiths to the rest of the crew, for them to do what they want. But yeah,
Cool. Yeah. So who else? Who knows what else they want to do with downtime? Anybody?
Gotta indulge that vice.
Yeah, we haven't indulged Milos's vice yet. Get to see that one.
He's gonna do that after he accompanies Griffith to the dice game and watches for a while.
All right. So yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll knock mine out real quick. He's a little frustrated right now. A little.
Loop back around to that conversation we had like an hour ago.
Yeah. Right. He's like, I don't understand why she said no. Like, we're working for somebody we have no idea. I don't like it. The last time this happened, I landed here in Dustball.
I can understand that. You get the same thing on ships. Sometimes you don't captain the whole time. It's not first mate this, bosun that, but as long as you get paid, you don't ask questions.
See, I used to follow like that, but again, I'm here now because of that.
What's wrong with Duskfall? It's the greatest city in the world. What's left of it
Have you
anyway.
You've been everywhere. And you say that about this place?
It's definitely the most, well, it's the most interesting that won't get you killed immediately.
This is true. I will agree. I don't know. Some days I just miss my home.
Close
But
enough.
hey. Anyway, enough of this. Come, be my good luck charm. I'll buy some drinks.
Sounds good.
Here, blow on the dice for me.
So let's see. Yep. So I'm gonna walk in. Is Rage there? Please.
I think, yeah, when you get back into the back, like you show up in Cobb's at the thing. It's like, oh, hey, he knows what to pour for you when you show up. You're in here enough. It's like, yeah, let me get one for your friend too. Just assumes he's drinking the same thing as you. But then like, yeah, Spock's in the back. Game's going. Sounds hot back there tonight. Um,
Oh yeah. I wonder
um,
why.
but yeah, back there at the table, there's like a bunch of people, and you kind of like you recognize some of the faces. It's like, yeah, these are the guys who show up and lose money all the time, right? Um, but
Mhm.
yeah, Scannon/Rage is back there.
Scannon, how we doing, my boy?
Like, my friend, I'm doing fine.
You're drinking a little heavy, are you?
Oh, I've been hiding this watch. No, sorry, I can't do a Christopher Walken impression. It's like he would be great with a Christopher Walken voice, and I'm not be the one to do it. Um, yeah, he's had a few drinks. He's there. But he's been doing pretty well. He's got like, a little stack of coins in front of him.
Come, why don't you relieve some of that coinage to me, my friend?
He's like, oh, if you want it, you're gonna have to take it. Them's the
I always
rules.
do. Alright, let's see what we get here. No bonus die. And submit. And what'd I get?
2.
God. So that's do I want to pay another coin? What am I
When
at
you're
right now?
gambling, the answer is always yes.
Yes,
Because the next roll is always the one.
that wins.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you still
how
got
many do I
5
got?
stress left, so you have significant leeway to not go over.
If I spin a coin, do I re-roll it and keep my same stress, or do I still?
You would make another roll.
And that would take off whatever's left.
You
Or the first
you
roll
would be
didn't
paying
count.
the coin to make another reduced stress roll, to make another indulge vice roll rather. So you had 7, you take off 2, you still have 5. So if you pay a coin, you would make another roll, which is fine. Just don't roll a 6. Which gets to be like the one time of the night that we get to say that, right? Like,
All right, let's see how we're doing today. Let's go for it. Go ahead. Submit. God bless America.
oh,
I love it.
We haven't seen this mechanic yet.
Yeah, we've not
Yes,
overindulged
so-
ever.
we
This
have
is
not
great.
overindulged a vice. It's
Perfect
fun. See?
storytelling.
You get to try new stuff. Yeah, you're there. You're down. Like Scannon's like, haha, I told you. Like this is some sort of like weird sort of craps, but it's also like competitive against different people. Like yeah.
Yes.
So Scannon's like he's like reaching across the tables, like taking the coin, like adding to his stack. So you're like, no, screw this. I'm getting in here. I'm getting it back. You ante up again, and you play. And let's see, overindulge. You made a bad call because of your vice in acquiring it or while under its influence. What do you do? The options are attract trouble, which is we would select or roll an additional entanglement. Brag. You brag about your exploits, and the crew takes +2 heat. You go off on like a complete bender, and like you have to play a different character for a session. Or your current purveyor cuts you off, and you'll have to find a new source to indulge your vice.
So I either lose.
These aren't so horrible when you have just knocked off all your heat. Like, that's
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to. As outside of the game, I don't want to do that because then you would feel like you would have wasted that opportunity to do something else. Yeah. So it's like
I don't feel like it's wasted at all. So don't take that. Don't think that.
what was the first one?
The first one was attract trouble, which is you get an additional entanglement.
Ooh.
Maybe an enemy has tracked you to your vice purveyor, and you let your guard down.
Ooh, it's spicy. So spicy.
I do like that one.
That has kind of the most story to give.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about that one. Let's say I attract some trouble. Let's say I'm getting a little more boisterous, and and let's say that just so happens I might have been carrying Bazo Baz's gun axe this night. Let's just go ahead. And somebody might have saw that as I'm celebrating in my victory. Do I keep all my stress or do I lose it? Please tell me I at least lose all my stress.
Oh yeah, no, the stress is taken care of.
Okay, cool. Let this be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that part definitely happens. It's like after you've overindulged, then you have to do the extra thing.
Okay. See, Milos, got all my money back. It wasn't so bad.
Oh. Guess Milos will kind of gesture over to the entrance where I'm sure there's trouble waiting.
Ah, shit. Oh, Maribel's gonna kill me. Oh.
But
Yeah,
what is the
I
trouble?
think that was like, Milos is the one who's like standing next to you and does like, you might be like in a seat where like your back is like kind of towards that door that comes in from the front, and Milos is kind of like backed against the table because he's like not as involved in the game, right? Like, yeah, there's energy and everybody's excited, but like, he's not the one playing, so he's kind of wandering, looking around. And I think he's the one who picks up that like, yeah, in the doorway of the room, there's a woman with real short cropped hair, um, and just straight black eyes, just completely, um, who otherwise looks pretty normal for like human. Um, she's got like pants, like sort of a semi poofy shirt and like a leather jerkin kind of deal, and a tricorn hat, because tricorn hats are cool. Um, and she's like leaning against the door jamb, just like staring at Griffith.
Why do I have a feeling this is my mortal enemy?
Oh, you definitely recognize Casto when she shows up. That's
Hi, Cat. Do I want to interact? Yeah.
I mean, you're the one
Crap.
who attracted the trouble.
Milos? Casta, hi! How you doing, darling? What can I do for you?
it's like, don't darling me. You know better than that.
Oh, you cut me to the core. What brings you to this fine
I will.
establishment? Oh, I know you will. Do you really want to start this here? It'll be a bad day for you, Dart. It'll be a bad day for you.
It's always very expensive to clean up the cobs. Charges extra for the mops and buckets. And she's like, no, I had heard that you were in town. You had not said hello. But, I heard some other interesting things. And she has like a pipe, like a real long pipe. She'll just like take it, like draw off. Like, so, here
Yeah.
by yourself?
Yeah, I am.
Mm-hmm. She takes this like
Well,
long draw off the pipe and like blows it in your
I,
face. Like,
I
at least until the ship gets in, I hear. Like,
oh, there's a whistle being blown, and Cerberus just kind of wanders up. I'm like, what is that? Why don't you forget about that little bit of information? It would be a shame if they found another dead body in the river.
like I'm
Wouldn't
paid
it?
very well to remember information like this.
Oh. One of these days, this mouth is going to cost you your life. But
she'll grin, and she has like extended canines. Like she's not like super crazy Taikarosi. She's maybe only like half Taikarosi or something. But like there's some weird stuff there.
Was she like 3 generations? Like her mom was Takarosi, like kind of thing. Like
She's like a little removed.
kind
Like
of deal.
she doesn't have as much. She doesn't have as much
of
a telltale as like you and Om do.
Okay. That's an interesting. That's an off camera. I got an idea for that, Mike. That's interesting. Well, unless you're gonna collect my bounty tonight, why don't you bug off? I got other places to be.
She'll take another drag off the thing and like kind of like blow it like your direction again. Like, your bounty. Yeah. Who said bounty was on you? And she'll like take the pipe, take another puff, and like just turn and head for the door.
Nope, can't kill her. Not right now. Can't do it.
Who's your friend?
An old enemy. Somebody who likes to play pretend just because her family used to be Takarosi. Her and I have a history, and it seems like she might be here to collect a bounty, and unfortunately it's not mine. Neville's gonna kill me. This is a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem.
Well, other than that, you seem to be feeling better. I'm gonna head off, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna go walk the streets. Come on, Cerberus.
Tip his tricorn.
Don't steal my tricorn hat motif.
Tricorn hats everywhere. Everywhere. If only it didn't conflict with the headphones. Yeah, so Milos, where are you headed?
I'm heading to see around the nest.
Okay.
Do a little communion. Relieve some stress.
Okay. So does that? Do you have anything in mind for like where she's at and like what that space is at?
I think when we originally talked about it, you said she was on a boat.
I think in somewhere in the book it might have talked about like her having a barge around night market somewhere.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
On the water is good.
Yes. So actually, if you look in Legend Keeper, on the east edge of Night Market, out by where the Lightning Wall is, there's like this little tiny hand-shaped icon that points to a thing. It says the Grotto.
Wait. Where's Night? Which one's Night?
Oh, it's on the east side of the map. It has the hexagonal thing towards the middle.
Yes. Maybe. I was so bad at maps.
Load.
Wait, excited. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh yeah, the grotto. I
Yeah,
see.
so the grotto is there on like the mist, one of the big
Mhm.
rivers that flows out to the bay. So it's a place where like, yeah, if you had a barge, you could kind of keep it out of the way and like not have too many prying eyes if you're like, hanging out and worshiping things that live somewhere in the void sea.
Indeed.
Yeah. So yeah, so there's probably like, the barge is like down in that cave kind of thing that's like underneath part of Night Market there. Um, there's like a torch on each corner. There's like, and it might actually be that like it's kind of like the barge itself has like an opening in the middle, so that like, yeah, it floats and it's in the water, but also like you can put somebody down through the center of it with everybody in like the congregation like observing what all's happening.
Indeed.
The sacrifice.
So like you'll
We
probably
gotta
get
go
there.
somewhere else for that.
Yeah. You'll probably like as you arrive, they're hauling somebody up who's just like limp and just water is just pouring off them. Like a couple people have them by the shoulders. They're like pulling them back up out of the water and like flopping them down onto the deck of the barge. Where Arana like stands like chanting over them, like arise, arise, and like eventually they start like coughing up water and they do sit back up. And then, like, there's kind of like cheering and applause and like, lots of patting on the back as this person continues to cough up the like black water from the river.
Tasty.
Good times.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, Milos will approach Arana and say, I've come to commune.
Like, yes, my child. You are always welcome in my home.
Yeah, and then, get ready to take a dip, I guess, and like pull off the coat and all that kind of stuff to where it's like, like that pirate movie thing where they just got their, like, just the billowy pirate pants with their sash or whatever. That's how you know they're about to go swimming.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think she will say some words that I am not thinking of at the moment. Like, here to commune once more, our brother Milos. Like, there's like light applause and chanting from everybody else who's around. Like,
Yeah. And then I think Milos will take his harpoon and he'll plant it in like this part of the barge that I guess has something on it to where he's not just sticking it in the wood.
Mhm.
And then kind of as he gets ready to dive in, you can see the like this sort of spectral kind of chain connecting like the middle of his chest to the harpoon. And then he'll just exhale completely and then dive in.
Nice. Yeah, so we get him like diving into this dark water. You can still see some of the light from like the torches rippling above, but it is like it's not like the nice pretty we look up and there's water. It's like everything is like takes on a definite like grayish, gritty looking cast from like that's coming back from the surface up there. We do see that kind of shimmering connection to you back up to the harpoon. And I think as you get down deeper, there's a point where like you can't see the light anymore, and it's totally dark, and that's when you get like the giant kind of bioluminescent eye that opens and like stares into your soul. Because that's the thing.
It's good.
Jeez.
Yes, and you commune with the spirit of the deep. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll that indulge and see how it goes, I guess.
That's pretty disturbing, dude.
It also went bad. It also went
Two.
not great. I'm in the same position as Griffith, but I don't have any coins, so I guess I'm stuck with it.
No one has used my extra.
Yeah, and I still have my second to do as well.
So are you? Do you need to use it, David, or can Ethan?
I think Ethan can use it because I could either heal or progress the mask. I did a nice big mask progression last time, so I feel like I can go and get myself some quality quaffs and
Polyquaffs.
get myself healed up, and that'd be my only that'd be my second action.
Okay. So if you want to use it, I guess.
All right, let's see if I can avoid rolling a 6.
Go for it, Milos.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Both times. Overindulge. It's those twos. They're crafty. They're like, oh, I didn't get enough. I need more. I need like a 4 or a 5.
You need to have that spider ability where you can tune it up and down a notch or two.
Sorry, Jacob, you can't see the rolls.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Milos was clearing stress and only cleared 2 stress the first time he indulged a device.
Out of 7.
Out of 7. And so you had 5 stress left to go. I was like, man, I'd really like to get rid of this last 5 stress before I go on another mission where I might die or take on trauma. So then you rolled a 6.
5 out of 6 chance to not happen. You know,
yeah. Now you've overindulged. Good job.
When you overindulge your vice, stuff happens, and it's just funny that it just happened to Casey. Now it's gonna happen to Ethan. So.
Yes.
We just need to not go out together, I think.
No, I think this will be the last time.
Y'all are each other's bad luck charms.
Yep.
So what are my options again?
Yes. So the options are attract trouble, where we give you something for an entanglement. You brag about your exploits, and the crew takes +2 heat. Play a different character until this one returns from their bender, the deep dark deep.
Yes.
Or tapped, your current purveyor cuts you off. Find a new source for the indulgence of your vice.
I guess I gotta get some kind of trouble. Because I can't. I kind of like the current vice. I feel like there's more interesting things to happen there.
Attract that trouble.
Yeah. Because it doesn't make sense for me to be bragging to the sea monster.
What if it's like a confession? Because you are at a religious ceremony, right?
That's true.
What if and I'm not saying that you shouldn't attract trouble. I'm just thinking like, well, you are in a place where like you're not bragging necessarily, but you do like let slip that you were at an auspicious location a number of nights ago.
I think
strange things were befalling the storm crows around you.
Yeah, well, there's also like you're down in this water, kind of like coming back up after like oxygen deprivation and flopping down and like probably coughing up some water and stuff, and maybe not being totally conscious of what it is that you're saying. So,
yeah,
I mean, there's ways to spin that one if you wanted it.
I think also it could be cool if like this sort of eye thing just kind of knows everything.
Oh, definitely.
And, like, reads it, and if you like, it just kind of passes it on, like throughout the city. It just seeds the information. I think that'd be really cool.
The people with the true connection with the spirit of the deep, the eye of the void, like they will have visions of things. It's like the like sort of like the weird visions from the underground proprietor with like the juiced up water, but like it's transmitted to other people. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
No secret stays safe in the void sea.
My oh my.
Man.
Okay. So that we're saying that one is brag.
Yeah.
For the
a form of bragging, I guess.
Okay.
You guys are lucky I saw the eye, not the maw.
Right.
Like, and
That's what
then
happens if you.
when his arms float back up, that's
That's what happens when you go on a bender. It consumes you and you wash up after like a week. Totally fine somehow, but
Why do you gotta have all the creepy vices?
because it's fun. Why gamble when you can worship a sea deity?
Yes.
Well, you know that you sell a hard bargain.
Oh
it's
no!
okay.
I
When
spent too much
Maribel
money.
overindulges and she gets cut off from the Dusk Club, then she can start having the weird cult
Yes.
she
Maribel
hangs
would
out with.
never.
It's
I know.
like
Maribel would never.
oh no, I spent too much money versus oh no, I've angered Cthulhu. I don't. Those are so much more fun.
There seems to be levels there. That's for sure.
There are definitely levels in the middle. We're
Yeah,
just
you
skipping
would
it.
hope, right? It doesn't just go
Yeah.
from like, oh, we pissed off the gutter snipes to oh Cthulhu. Like,
What?
that moon just got a little bit closer all of a
Yeah.
yeah.
That's no moon.
The moon that's refracted in the sky like it's through like a big piece of faceted crystal. Going well. That's fine. Totally fine. Yeah.
Gonna be fine.
Turns out
So
that's the true Leviathan. The entire sky.
You've been hiding under a glass dome at the bottom of the ocean the whole time. Those are the real Leviathans. Yeah. So, is that are we
David
good on
has
Milos?
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Then we can come back around to David and find out what else Ohm is up to here for a few minutes.
Yeah, I think Ohm is going to spend the rest of their time getting healed. I don't have a lot of injury, but Ohm really can't like deal with having less effect on their rolls. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my my nose fixed.
Ohm or David?
No, like Ohm doesn't roll super great. So like I've got the one thing that they do, and they need all the help they can get everywhere else. So yeah, I'm gonna go get healed up.
Okay. So where's he gonna go to do that?
I presume to our normal healer, unless is there another physiker I could go to?
I know Sawtooth.
Sawtooth.
Yeah.
It's a
And
pal of
Melver.
mine.
Yeah. Milos knows Sawtooth the Physiker, and Griffith knows Melver the Physiker.
Oh, I'll try Sawtooth. That sounds like someone who can really set Ohm straight.
He's a good
Gonna
Colin.
slap you in the
That's a
face and
good
put that
joke for
nose
like
back
getting
in
your
place.
nose set
Yes. Yes, exactly.
I appreciated it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Ethan, he's your friend. Do you have any preferences on like anything about him before I just start?
I think Sawtooth is like one of those sharks with the crazy nose.
Oh, with like
thing.
the extended thing, like
yeah,
the Jags
I
one.
think that's what it's a reference to. I don't know how that's incorporated, but
Okay.
that's my only preference.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. Let's put him somewhere. Sawtooth is not in Charter Hall because that's where all of Davis's friends were. What is?
I'm kind of looking at the Barrow Downs. That sounds like a cool place.
Down in Barrowcleft? Yeah. Let me have a handout here from Barrowcleft, I'm pretty sure.
Where's that at on Legend Keeper?
It is down in the south part of the city. South of the biggest canal there. I think it's on the same side of the southernmost canal as Ironhawk Prison. But yeah. Barrow Cleft is home to the laborers and overseers of the Ministry of Provisions who attend to the radiant energy farms of Duskfall. It is a dusty rural district with simple wooden buildings of only 1 or 2 stories and wide dirt roads to accommodate large cargo lanes. Farmers of Barrow Cleft are arranged into tight-knit, family-based clans that are proud of their vital role in the city's welfare and hold themselves apart from the city folk across the river. Outsiders are welcome here for honest trade, met with cold suspicion otherwise. I think Sawtooth here probably, his family is probably from Barrow Cleft, but he used to be like the medic on one of the Leviathan ships, right? Like
Cool.
that makes sense for why Milos would know him and why he would have this like weird shark theme to him. Like, yeah, he used to be on the ships. I think Milos is able to point you towards where he like operates out of, and like along the walls there are the boiled down shark jaws where it's like just the jaws. So there's like several of them of different sizes, most of them being pretty large, and then like there is a very prominent one that like kind of it's like maybe it's like the entire shark skeleton that like starts in the back of the shop and goes all the way to like the front door. And that one is like one of these sawtooth sharks. Like it's like sort of pointed down towards the door itself.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, he's in there. He's Akarosi. He's older. He's probably he's got gray hair, and he's got a peg leg.
So
You're a good medic then.
yeah, saved his own life from infection.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Then yeah, Ohm would arrive in like they're kind of dressed down, walking around clothes, trying not to attract too much attention. You know, a hood pulled over, turtleneck disguising all the Taikarosi regalia, and they're the open spots in their neck and all that kind of stuff is all hidden away. But I imagine there's still like obviousness that it's Taikarosi, right? Like just by facial structure alone, you can tell.
Like facial structure, like when he blinks, he's got like the 2 sets of eyelids or something. Like...
Yeah. There's the underlid or whatever that some lizards have. Yeah. So yeah, they'll show up and kind of like meander around a little bit, making sure that there's not a lot of people in there before committing to the store, just because of the vibe of the place is very like they can feel the eyes on them.
Yeah. So there's no bell.
Yeah.
So
that's
congrats.
good.
As you come in, he's in like in the back. There's like it's not like the full dentist chair like was up in like Ohm's shop kind of deal, but there's like a semi-reclined chair kind of thing, and there's like a little kid sitting sideways on it, so like they're upright, and he's like taking care of their leg or something, like they fell down and got scratched. Like, oh, be with you in a second, right?
Of course. See the little one. His wounds seem significant.
But yeah, he finishes up with like the kid's knee, putting like a little bandage on it. Like, he goes over and he rummages around in a stuff that's on a shelf. He like pulls out like a little lollipop, like gives it to the kid and kind of like tussles his hair. It's like, all right, off with you.
Awesome. Just a little kid getting his scraped knee bandaged up. Is the kid looks like Akarosi like everybody else kind of thing? Is that kind of the vibe of this town, part of the city?
Like once he turns to look at you, he's got like one eye where he might have like some marks on his face, like smallish scars, and one that's like kind of white and milky, and then the other one's kind of like this sort of blue-gray color, and the kid has like the same blue-gray color eyes, and like goes traipsing on out of the store.
Perfect. Well then, like once the kid is like leaving or has left, Ohm would say, thank you for seeing me. I understand from an acquaintance of mine that you're very good at solving minor medical ailments. Do you have a moment?
Like, oh, minor, major. I could do most things.
That's good to know. And then like I'll pull away part of the mask, like disguising my nose or hiding my nose or something like that. It says, I could really use a fixing here. It's been throwing me off all week. I don't breathe right, and I hear that I talk funny right now. So if you could see to this, I would be in your debt.
Right. Here, come have a seat with me. He'll like
Excellent.
sit you down and like have you like tip your head back, like he'll be feeling along to the sides, like, so how long ago did this happen?
I'll like double the amount of time, like 2 weeks instead of a week or whatever the distance has been since I got clocked. I'll just add.
He was just like, mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, you probably watch Ohm counting like 4 days ago.
Like 1, 2, 2, yeah, 4 days. Yes.
Ohm's clever, but not especially cunning.
Yeah. Yeah, he will like, well, yeah, think I could set this right if I try. You'll need to sit down here. He will like rummage around behind you, and the first thing he'll do is like he'll just like reach around your shoulder with like a shot glass.
Oh yeah, there's an immediate like, whoa, hey,
like just like, whoa.
Yeah.
So like, you'll want that first.
Does this go on the nose or just
in
kidding?
your mouth, like usual, friend.
Yeah, and quaff it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's harsh. Like it's
I'll bet.
it's unpleasant. Like it's
Yeah, I mean,
not
I'll
a
try and
shot of
keep
the
it
good
together.
stuff. Yeah.
Right, Ohm will try and keep it together. Like I'm not in friendly territory. I don't want to show weakness, but Ohm probably can't help it. Right.
Yeah.
This is like the refined palate is being assaulted, and this is not okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he'll come back around and he'll be like, yeah, it's like he'll put like the head of the chair, he like has a strap, so like your head's like in the head of the chair.
Oh, good.
And he'll have like a popsicle stick that's like wound with like a piece of leather. Like all right, hold this in your mouth.
I'll
And then
just
he'll
put it
like
in the wrong
get like
way,
the
and then
thing, get like a thing with like to try like like pull everything back straight. Like you're gonna just bite down, try not to move. Like
yeah, and just like flexing the whole body, like push myself deeper into the chair as a way of like not moving.
like no, you gotta relax, mate. Like,
Oh, interesting.
but yeah,
Okay.
and then he will
Roll my
we
healing.
get that
Yes.
like view from outside, an unpleasant sound. It's like we see the kids playing in the street.
Yeah, as Ohm yells.
Yeah.
And what's the number of dice I should toss up this one?
So he's 2 dice, and I think you give yourself an extra one from Physiker still.
Okay, perfect. Hey, that's a 6.
So that's 3 ticks on the clock.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Okay.
Did you have ticks on the clock already?
I did not, so
Okay.
I'm happy there. At least getting it going is important. So
Okay.
it's / I don't have any coin to get extra, so I'm just gonna roll with what I got.
Do we need to like lend some coin from the bank?
No.
or some shit?
No. Don't worry about it. I've got
I'm
all
worried about it. I need you to roll well without problem. So what is your clock at?
It's at 3 out of 4.
Okay, we only have 1 coin in the crew vault. Can I give Ohm a coin?
As long as it's from coin and not stash, yeah.
It would be one of my coins for
Yes.
for David to finish out that clock.
Cool. And that just gives me
Cool.
1 extra, right? That fills it up.
That takes
Okay.
it from a 6 to a crit, which is 5 ticks.
Perfect.
So it fills it. All your harm comes down 1 level, and you have 1 tick left on all fuck.
And since I'm out of harm, there's no more healing, so I lose the extra tick.
The extra tick stays there, but if you
Oh.
do take harm again, then it comes back off.
Oh.
So
Interesting. Okay.
it would be more of a thing if you still had harm left.
Sure.
Because like if you had level 2 and you brought it down to level 1 and you still had a tick left, then next time when you're trying to get rid of the level 1, you already have an advance on doing
Right.
it. But
Right. That makes sense.
where you've gotten rid of everything,
Maribel
probably not going to come up.
used money.
Yes.
Someone.
Yes.
That's how important Ohm is to this whole operation.
Yes.
Fragile,
Ohm's
fragile
gotta keep a lot of people happy.
Yep.
Cool.
We did it, guys.
Yay, we
Yay.
did downtime.
We did downtime.
Yeah, do we want to take a couple minutes break and then we can bounce around the city and find some stuff and
Yeah.
see what's going on?
Yes, we're gonna have to find out what's going on with Griffith. Yeah, a break would be great.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
I'm in a
can't get
folding chair.
I can't get the giveaway machine to work, but we can still do a giveaway.
Let's.
We can just roll a die and see how it goes. So everyone in the chat, we're about to take a little break, right? But we like to give away a copy of Legend Keeper. And I don't know if you've seen it much tonight, but we use Legend Keeper all the time to help us do the world building for our games and track the general progress of our games and all that kind of stuff. Whereas Roll20 is really good at like the battle maps and rolling dice. Legend Keeper is all the like note taking and world building and the relationship tracking and all of that kind of stuff. Like it's really good at that. So we are going to give away a beta key to Legend Keeper if you don't already have one. What should our word for tonight be?
Trouble.
Trouble. All right, I like
Trouble.
trouble. All right, so I'm gonna toss trouble into chat. Just copy and paste that. Put trouble into chat, and when we come back from the break, we will roll a die and see who wins. Normally, I have a program that does it for us, but something's acting up about it, so we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way tonight. So trouble in the chat, and that'll get you a beta key to Legend Keeper.
Okay. Cool. So we will catch
Bye.
everybody in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. We're back.
That one. Yes, like that
Sorry.
all the time.
That's perfect.
Love it.
Sorry,
Awesome.
we were having about a discussion about our coming on screen protocols, and
And we threw him out
That's
the
it.
window.
that's
and here
that's
we
the
are.
new one. Just we're up. Wake up,
Apparently,
everybody.
we as players just want Mike to rip the Band-Aid off and hit the button.
Yes.
We don't want warning or nothing. So we're back. I'm not seeing a lot of trouble in chat. So let's move past the giveaway. We've given away so many copies of Legend Keeper. We'll just keep at it. I don't know. Maybe Gen Con wants to
We
sponsor
will
us or
just
something.
hang out
I
and
just-
continue to sing its praises. So.
Indeed.
Just
Indeed.
wanted to be called the winner. That was all.
You're the winner. You're the winner, Katrina. Congrats for winning
Hey.
again.
I did it. It's very hard, but I did it.
This gives you what 18 times that you've won.
Right.
No, dude,
Right.
it's like
Plus, you've got 50 invites of your own.
yeah,
per
like
per time winning.
per time I won.
We have to keep making up new Gmail accounts like
I got
Katrina
plenty of
01,
them.
Katrina 02, Katrina 03.
I collect.
I like Legend Keeper 4 at Gmail.
Britain's like, yo, David, let's pump the brakes real quick. What's
Just
going on?
one person.
I collect email accounts like Pokemon. So
My mom,
Oh.
just a quick story before we get going. We have this Google photo bucket for my kid, right? And it's like me, my wife, and like immediate family, my mom, and all that kind of stuff. All of a sudden, this random Jim Cox showed up
oh
and started commenting on all my son's photos and videos. And I was like, Who the fuck are you? Who is this human? My mom calls me. Hey, David, I'm sorry. I use a fake email for spam stuff. And I accidentally invited my fake email to the folder thing. And I was like, cool, Mom. I appreciate that. It's still blocked. It's still blocked. Like that was just crazy. You can't do that to me. I was freaking out that some like random human being is like looking at my son's photos and saying, man, that's a great looking bike or whatever. It's like,
why is your mom Jim Cox on the internet though?
No, I was like, why that
Why that
name?
Your mom needs
Did I find out? I'm gonna find out later, folks, that my mom is like a big like erotica novelist, and that's like her pen name, and she's written a 18 book series on like werewolves and vampires making hybrids together.
Joke's on us, your mom was Chuck Tingle the whole time.
That's a callback to something.
Have you guys seen the new Tingler?
Oh my
He just dropped a new Tingler yesterday.
Oh, he does like one every couple weeks. It's great.
Something about sentient bread.
And my dad sends
Well,
me
I've got
TikToks.
the RPG on the
Your
shelf.
dad
You guys
sends
want to
you
run it sometime?
TikToks?
Like,
My dad is retired. What is my dad doing sending me TikToks? This is
Being retired.
terrible.
There's a lot of
He's
old
retired.
people on there, man.
My parents are they're a different sort.
So
That's all I'll leave
welcome
that
back
at.
to the Blades in the Dark stream you were hoping for.
Touche. I'm so sorry. We have finished all of our downtime, and I have vented all my family frustrations, and now we can play again.
I told my husband that it's going to be awesome when we're older and I have to call my niece and nephews for tech support, much like my aunt and uncle. My aunt has to do with me. Like I can't wait to be that age where I don't know anything about tech and
Trying to reconfigure the neural network on your computer or whatever.
Right. Yeah. It's like, I don't understand this wetware stuff. You just have to help me.
These new CyberJack cables don't work with the port that I've got, and I need an adapter. And like,
I logged into the wrong account and now I have someone else's downloads.
And they're like, Mom, Dad, they can read your thoughts. Like, yeah, but then I get better coffee, so I'm okay with it.
they give me a discount on coffee in exchange for targeting ads at me based on my childhood memories that they now have. Yeah.
I hope that is a terrifying future. I don't know if I want that.
Is this a cyberpunk stream?
I was about to say that's about to go to the next.
Who said that was the future?
That's going to go into the next game.
That's Facebook.
If I don't see that in the next,
I know.
as one of our missions,
yeah, you're walking along and you see the former you. Like, what is this scene?
When I got the Facebook ad for the T-shirt that had the state of New York and the state of Louisiana with the little thing and like a mother's love knows no distance, I was like, come on, guys. That's a little much, I think.
That's terrifying.
But all it takes is like I have my current state. I have that my mother is my mother, and my mother has her current state. That's all it takes.
Right. But that's creepy AF.
It is creepy AF.
It's not a communications platform. It's a machine for harvesting personal data to sell for advertisements.
Every month, Google tells me everywhere I've been. They send me an email. Hey, by the way, we've been tracking this month. Here's where you've been. So, thanks.
Now that we're in that,
I'm going to move to a cabin in the woods.
Yep.
Or a lighthouse at sea. And I'm going to throw
But then we can't play this game with you. That's the problem, right? Then we can't play this game.
I mean, it would be super thematic for Milos.
It's true.
You would be right in character. But yeah, it would make, getting you on the Zoom call would be difficult.
I need that fiber optic cable to run into the lighthouse.
Hack into the cables underneath the ocean.
Yes.
Somebody's figured
Splice it in.
Somehow just end up in Rapture from Bioshock.
Yes.
Welcome to a high shelf gaming where we're distracted by everything.
Yeah.
And we're okay with it.
We're all planning our own bug out scenarios.
Hey, if you don't have one, you should. Just saying.
Always
Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go in an emergency? Is it to Nighthawk's house? Yeah, you know it is.
Sorry.
I was gonna say Amazon can get you a crossbow in 2 days. So
2 days is too long. I need hour, same day delivery.
Well, right now it's not.
Well, we're in Austin.
Right now
so-
it's not 2 days. Right now
Well, I don't know.
it's 2
Do you
days.
consider a crossbow an essential item? That one's up for debate right now. That's
Yeah,
It's getting there.
yeah. There's a debate for that. So
Yeah, what are
So
we
we're
doing
gonna
in
what are we doing?
so.
We're
Meanwhile,
gonna
in the city,
go- City that
yeah,
never
a couple
sleeps.
things that I know that we hit. I know we had the gutter snipes had spotted the wraiths taking something out of the old lampblack warehouse and leaving with it.
That's what the
We
crewman.
had Lorena's getting here soon, so not sure where you're
Unicorn.
gonna be heading off with that and the
Unicorn
unicorn
placement?
and stuff. Something else I don't remember.
Well,
I wanted-
we have those strunged out dudes that keep busting up things of ours that we kind of owe a visit to from a couple of sessions ago.
Oh, there were the was it the
Doom
lure
fellas.
junkies? Yeah,
Yeah.
It was the junkies who took my coin.
yeah, and there were the junkies that
Oh.
took the fake gun axe from the gutter snipes too.
Right. Yeah, yeah. We owe them a visit.
So is Griffith gonna tell us about his problem? Because I think
Yeah.
that problem, unfortunately, is the most pressing.
There's that. There's also I wanted to also personally try to track down the patron, but Homegirl made it a point. So yeah, I think I would actually. So Maribel, hi, Maribel, how you doing?
Oh, this is going to be such a fun conversation. I can already tell.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Milos.
Oh.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Make sure we have Ohm in here. All right, we're all here.
Mm,
Milo's like wringing his hair.
I would say you're still damp. Like, yeah.
Why are you wet?
Was swimming.
Why would you go
In-
swimming in that?
In the water?
Yeah.
Like not in like a
Why?
bathtub, but like in open water.
In the water they cook down into drugs. Like,
So I would show
lived
my
most of my life
gills.
on-
Then like Ohm would kick a pan over to you, drip into that.
Cousin,
It might be beneficial. We don't know until I look at it.
you see these
Regardless.
gills, Milos? I don't even
Mhm.
get. I can swim in this. I don't even get into the water.
Those would be
You're-
damn useful in my life.
I mean, there would be. He has a point. Milos has a point. I mean, he came from a boat. He's a bosun.
I came-
Anyway,
Anyway,
what were you going to tell me? Because you were starting out so lovely.
so yeah, I was doing my thing, going down, and I ran into Rage, and things may have got a little heated. He took some of my cash, and so I got to get it back because my wife's on the way, and me being broke is not an ideal thing. So I got it back, but I felt a little like I needed protection, so I had the gun axe. Right, it was hidden, or at least I thought it was. Long story short, that bounty hunter that I told you about when we all first met up.
Yes.
She may have found me.
When you say may, do you mean did?
Yeah, her and I had a lovely conversation.
Mm.
Is
And
that what we're calling it?
Oh,
yes. Look,
so Milos was there. So you saw her?
Oh yeah. She
he
looks
was
like
the
a right
one.
piece of work.
You have no idea. That woman, yeah, that's what we'll call her, has been chasing me all the way from the mainland. She likes, and she said, I basically said she was collecting a bounty on my head to bug off, and then she dropped some unneeded information. She might be coming, I would assume, after my wife. See,
You
I'm
would
not the.
assume after your wife,
She,
or she is after your wife. Is that what she said?
She didn't say that, but she's been chasing me and her for a while. See, remember that conversation, Milos, we were having about following orders blindly and not knowing what you're doing?
Oh yeah.
Me and my wife were part of another gang over there, and we did that. She was an information broker. I was the muscle and hunter, as I am here. Unfortunately, it got us into some trouble. Some higher ups from a royal family now want us dead. I thought I covered our tracks well enough. Apparently, not well enough.
Mm.
And now she's probably, my wife being a disgraced house, has a bigger bounty than me. That's why I'm trying to get her over here.
So, clarifying question.
Yep.
Is your bounty that you need to be dead, or is there a monetary turn you in sort of thing?
Her? They would like her alive. Me? Dead. I took a lot of heads when I was over there. A lot of heads from a lot of houses. Paid very well.
I assume when you made arrangements for her to come over, it was in secret, yes?
Yes, I worked very hard. Spent a lot of coin, bribed a lot of people. I don't know how she found out.
Oh, see, I keep telling you this. Like, people will take bribes for anything. So when you give information to someone else will buy it. I keep telling you that, and you don't seem to be listening.
That sounds about right. Sounds like she paid someone more money.
That is how that works. So what are you wanting us to do, as your wife is arriving soon?
Yes. Well, you know how I would like to handle it. I'd much rather add another body to that river or to the lagoon. But we're trying to not be killers.
This bounty hunter is a Takarosi? You said they came from the mainland?
Well, maybe her ancestors did.
Oh.
You know. She's a little down the line at this point.
Understood. Yes.
But she's still a fearsome fighter. She took a couple of my good men back when I ran my own crew, so she is not to be trifled with, and probably not good that she actually knows who I'm working for, because she also assumed she had that aura like she might know exactly who I work for.
Well, that is a problem. One that affects all of us in this room.
So,
is this the sort of thing where we can buy her off?
Probably without sacrificing my head or my wife's, which I hate to say is not on the table.
Of course.
But I'm not. We could probably try to figure out where she stays or who she bribed. That would be my idea, is trying to figure out who.
So you have a bounty on your head, but she's not coming for that. I'm just making sure that I have this laid out correctly.
Yes.
I don't have Demas' string. Your wife has a larger bounty than you do. One that is attached to money.
Right.
He found you, knows who you are with, if she saw Milos. But didn't take the opportunity to take the bounty?
We have a rivalry. It's complicated. And I said that she asked if I was alone, and I said yes. Milos never came up. Milos was in the background. I made sure that I said I was alone. She does know that Cerberus is here. She's very brash. She blew smoke in my face. It took everything for me not to start a fight, but I don't want to get kicked out of my bar. I like that place.
Is this going to be a continuing problem?
Probably. She is one of my enemies. She was from a rival gang, and I may or may not have killed a couple of her people in very brutal ways,
See,
allegedly.
killing people is one thing. Brutal? Completely different.
Sometimes it's necessary.
Milos, what are your thoughts on handling this situation?
What if she had something else to take care of?
What do you mean?
She's a bounty hunter. That's a job where she could be taken all kinds of places, going after all kinds of jobs. Maybe a juicier target could be made available to her that takes her away from this place.
Yes, possibly. I
How
know.
invested is she in you and your wife?
Is she taking a pay cut to go after you?
I don't know about a pay cut, but
Personal
invested.
interest.
It's probably more of a personal interest versus monetary value. But
It's hard to get away with.
right, but maybe. There's also this possibility that she out of character. Is this a character in the book that I'm not, or did this get pre-gen?
Only in name. Like she's not somebody who's like.
Okay, so
It's not
we
like
can just put.
Baso Baz, where like it's tied to something else. It's
Okay,
Casto's
I
just a name. Yeah.
I wanted to make sure before I said this. I mean, she has pissed off people in the past. She could have enemies around here. I'm not sure. I've been kind of busy with y'all, but there's a possibility in that. The big thing is we probably need to figure out, in my opinion, where she's at and who paid her or who she paid off to find out who I was or where I was. In fairness, I was being a little boisterous, possibly super excited, so help me out here, Milos.
I'm thinking of something we used to do back in the day. They had these logs, right, that tracked Leviathan movements. And sometimes you could fudge them a little bit. And then all the Leviathans were there for you. Because everyone else was down in the Daggery House, some other place remote. We could do that here. Find us a nice, juicy bounty, fabricate one ourselves, and send her on a wild goose chase, as it were.
My concern with something like that is if it's personal and she's found Griffith and she knows that his wife is coming, would she leave such a target? Especially if she gets to that boat first.
The second way, you keep other ships out of your waters is by incentivizing them to travel to other places. By perhaps finding things that they'd rather not have found.
Could we go back to the first idea? You mentioned a diversion or a distraction, telling them that the Leviathans are somewhere that they're not. Yes?
Yes.
We have technology that allows us to mimic another human's face or Takarosi face.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
What if the moment your wife arrives, we take one of the masks that is seldom used, imprint her face into it, and pay someone to have her seen walking into and out of a place that is potentially dangerous for someone of this bounty hunter's type?
Could just put her right back on another ship.
She's
Just go see
smarter
my
than
mask.
I like cousin. See, this is why you were the smart one in the family. I like that. I like that plan.
Hmm.
Another going on the fudging of ledgers. What if we put a bounty on her? We got cops on the payroll. It wouldn't take anything to put a sizable bounty on her, right?
Do we have coin to
We don't-
pay?
There would be another voice out of the corner that says, "Yeah, but would it be high enough to be more than the other bounties that are already on her?"
Who says that?
What if the faceless faceless?
Wait, what? Who is this person?
This is the ghost of Hutch, the first, like, Basso Vaz's, like, assistant, who was in the middle of the bridge last time.
Oh, hey,
Oh
Hutch,
my
how you
gosh.
doing, Bob? Why are you here?
I'm gonna take that mask that I've been working on. I'm gonna put it back on the shelf. And close
You
that
should-
away. Y'all don't get to see each other.
What's his name?
Hutch.
Hutch.
Do we all take like harm from this?
Yeah, like if you want to act like it's gonna take some effort to do it, like, unless you've got the,
I
like,
got two in it.
I am
I
not not bothered by being around ghosts thing.
I don't have that one.
I'm haunted, so I already figure I'm around ghosts all the time. So, go me.
I got two in a tune, so could that just be an automatic immune to that? Like, hey, what's up, buddy?
No, there's a special
Yeah.
ability for that.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I was about to say I don't think
Yeah.
that works.
What do we need to roll?
I mean, it depends on if you're gonna take an action. Right?
Against him? No, just going to like potentially talk to him.
Yeah, I think Ohm's gonna get small and try not to be seen by the ghost.
Yeah. I think if there's something you want to actually do, then, like, spend distress to do it.
I clasp my spirit vein charm. Hutch, you've seen better days.
Yeah, the same could be said for you, Maribel. Haven't seen you around the warehouse lately.
Hmm. No, it's sort of a burned out husk of a thing.
He's like visibly burnt. He's like,
Oh, I know. That's why I said it that way.
yeah. He's like, oh, I've noticed.
Why are you here, Hutch?
Did you happen to notice any wraiths in and about your old home?
There's been a lot of people in and out of there lately. I don't know why.
Do you guys keep anything there special?
Basso had his own stuff, but I don't know what all of it was. He was always dealing with things for different people.
Aren't we all? Again, why are you here, Hutch?
Perhaps you want us to clean out your old house?
Because your entanglement last time was like unquiet dead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Hutch, are you gonna be hanging around here?
I'll be in and out.
Okay.
You know what?
I just
You seem busy. I'll be back in a little while. And he just kind of like walks through the wall.
Fantastic.
I mean, on the brighter side, at least you got a friend back.
More tea. And goes to get tea. Then comes back.
all
This
like,
is
"Morty."
not good, and I wish Maisley were here, which is a very odd feeling.
How often has anyone ever said that? It's like,
It's very, very odd feeling.
That does beg the question: what they take out of that warehouse?
Maybe we can wrap this up in two ways: my problem and figuring that out. I know we're not on good terms with the wait. Maybe we can get her to show up there and accidentally a old rickety thing falls on her.
Okay. Hold on. Are we going to kill her or not? Because
I think we're
honestly,
more creative than that, personally.
are we? Are we? Because lately it's not seemed like
You are.
that.
I mean, look, I say if we want to not kill her, and honestly, for as much as I don't like her, I don't want to kill her.
Griffith, I'm real worried that we're going to get into something where you are going to kill her. Or one of us is going to have
you
to kill her.
both kind of had a rapport kind of thing going, is likely to shoot each other a smile, but it was entertaining. I would hate to see that end.
Look, I would too. So maybe I circle back to Cuz's idea with the masks and trying to use a switcheroo to get her to maybe, and a little bit of Milos, maybe we get it, or what you said, into a place that maybe not be so friendly to us, which I don't know in this place it has that district here. Maybe it does. But
let's try and gather more information about her and where she is, where she got the information. Where you
gotcha.
were. Let's start there with that problem. With the wraiths, I suppose we are going to keep running into them. If we think it's important, we should find out what they took from the lamp blacks. Yes?
Yes.
I would like to explore what the wraiths are up to.
We need to take care of the goddamn ghost.
You know who else might know? Some of them old storm crows. Because I saw them trying to jimmy the same lock.
Oh.
Well,
that's what caused a little altercation.
Okay. Then perhaps we strike out on that when we need to find out when your wife arrives, because we'll need to do many things before she gets here.
Giving to where I set all this up next week is probably when the ship's supposed to be here. That's what I was told, unless it's been Milos, how's the weather out there at this time of the year? Is it all right?
Is the weather ever all right?
Is it good for a passenger ship to get here in a quicker manner than when you go hunting?
It's as good as you can expect.
Yeah, so a week.
Piss poor.
Yeah.
Could we, Mike, out of character, can we do, could we do 2 heists before the ship got here?
Yeah, so I've been taking that one after you guys do like kind of like significant heists. Like when there's been like, oh, we go and we talk to somebody and technically that's a social heist. Like I haven't really been taking it when we're in downtime after that because it's kind of like those are kind of little short episode things. But yeah, there's time to like try to take a couple boxes before we try to say the ship is actually going to be arriving.
Okay.
Cool.
So I think then the problem we need to deal with sooner is the wraiths and what's going on with the lamp blacks. Then we'll figure out what to do with your problem, Ghost, your problem, Griffith, and then we'll also try and figure out what the hell to do with Hutch.
Our problem, Ghost.
Our problem, Ghost. Which makes me wonder, if Hutch is running around this way, what the hell Bazo Boss is doing?
Why do you think Basil Boz's ghost is even around?
Not so worried about his ghost, but perhaps his body.
Didn't the homeboys take him?
Spirit wardens show up right quick when they're called. Okay.
Yeah. Like, did any of I can't? That's a long. I mean,
the incorruptible spirit wardens who would never fall prey to any sort of malfeasance or influence.
By the head vampire of the
We
All
don't know
right.
that,
Vampires.
though. We don't know.
Yeah,
that.
did we know that? Like, did we see that?
Lord
as
That was
Skurlock.
like-
cinematic.
Yeah,
That was a cinematic cutaway.
yeah. So,
Okay, so I think out of character, I think Wraiths, then dealing with the bounty hunter problem
Okay.
after next heist. So next heist would be Wraiths and
Cool.
the Lampblack's headquarters.
As
that
long as
cool
Hutch
with
showing
everyone?
up isn't giving everyone level 1 harm every time, we can wait.
Yeah, or
That's
maybe
gonna
it's
get
tied
old.
in with the Wraiths. So
Could be.
I also like Maribel really doesn't like the fact that someone could just appear, get information, and then leave and give information. That's a real big problem for her. So,
do ghosts work like that?
well, he did just appear and then walk off. So,
The recently dead tend to still keep their wits and maybe even a fair amount of their memories. It's as they kind of go on farther that they lose more of the memories, and that's when they just start like kind of becoming feral and trying to feed on life energy.
I mean, yeah, no, I agree. We need to get rid of Homeboard, but like,
I might
It
speak
feels
to
like we have
Quellen.
some time on that one.
Yeah, I might talk to Quellen about things that we could do potentially.
the creepy lady.
So,
She's just gonna tell you to burn some sage. Like she's not.
yay!
She might have candy, so I mean that's worth it.
You're not gonna like what she tells you when she gives it to you, but
Right.
actually, I have a bunch of charts I have to roll out for Milos now. So yeah.
So, what do
I'm
we?
doomed.
So is this where we decide that we're gonna do this as the heist, and then next game we start all that? Or what? How?
Well,
What? Because it's 10 o'clock. So I'm just.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're at time, so we need to start doing our end of session and give everybody XP. I think we have ideas on heist, if not necessarily like enough to like specifically pick and like jump cut right at the beginning of next session.
Yeah, I think
But
we
I
need to gather
think we
info.
have enough direction that if we need to do stuff before it and then jump cut to, here's our score. I
Yeah.
think we have some direction to that in
Yep.
play as ready for next time. Cool. So let's give everybody XP so everybody can like go to bed and stuff.
What?
It's a bold assumption.
Very bold.
Okay. I'm just saying just random crap at this point. Furthermore, ice cream. Don't even know what it's gonna be. All right. Did we execute an espionage, sabotage, or theft operation? Not tonight.
No.
Contend with challenges above your current station. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
Hope so.
You still have Savvy, and you had a meeting with Cinder that went well.
Yep.
She was happy with your progress, so we can definitely give you one there. Express goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
I think we
Can
got a lot of that.
Can I vote for potentially a second XP in that setting up the turf area with Rose and then with the gutter snipes?
Yeah, I think
But-
whether that is bolster your reputation or like express your goals, drives, things like one of
Okay.
those things definitely hits that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fair. So we will tick one of those. We didn't do anything for rep or heat tonight, so those are cool.
I killed some heat and then we got some more heat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I
So I
took some
got
heat off and then Milos got
Mind
some.
emailed.
Yeah, so there is 4 more XP before the next crew advancement, so that'll probably be like in the next session.
Awesome.
Woo.
Cool.
Nice.
How much heat do we have total now?
Trace.
Like
3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
I know that Ethan speaks Spanish, that's why I said Trace.
Thank you.
It's not another like veiled cyberpunk reference to.
It should have been, damn it.
Oh, that's what I do every session at Cyberpunk.
Okay, let's see. Every time you take a desperate action, we were all doing downtime, so nothing was really a desperate action. Okay, so everybody has like your one trigger that's specific to you.
Mhm.
And I should write them down sometime so that I'm not trying to poke at character sheets while people are reading them. Maribel?
Deception or influence.
You definitely did
Okay.
that a couple of times
Yeah,
because that's
can I
how you
grab a
handled our
20?
heat, and that's how you got the gutter snipes engaged with the territory.
So you
Is that
want to
good?
take 2 for that?
Yes, please.
Okay. Griffith.
No, maybe it wasn't really intimidation, so I'd say no. I didn't really do violent or tracking. Like, we almost came to blows tonight, but I refrained.
The fact that you wanted to track and didn't.
I really wanted to track, but I was like, no, I shouldn't. Not right now. It will happen next time the patron shows up. That will happen. But
Yeah, and I was counting on you forgetting to follow me to my thing, and you did. So
Ethan.
he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna follow Milos," and I'm like, "Bet."
you know what? That might
Speaking
be
of
something I
Milos,
do.
Violence or coercion. I neither committed violence against nor coerced anyone this session.
okay. It's kind of hard to hit some of these during downtime, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Don't know what you're talking about.
Expressed a challenge with technical skill or mayhem. I healed some people with technical skill.
Mhm.
I did. I don't know. I guess when I went to my vice, it was kind of that was more of an obsession thing, though. Going and
Yeah.
bringing out the mask at the vice, so I don't
So
want to pull that there.
I think for the healing, that's probably fair. Take 1.
Okay.
I would say that I'm almost tempted to think about like the whole like the presentation of the mask and explaining all the things to Cinder or to Han kind of thing. I don't know how you feel about those two.
Yeah, I mean that was a technical explanation, and it definitely brought in like the bigger strategy that they're going for, and they fed us a little bit of detail on that, and we talked about some hypotheticals and that kind of thing. I mean, I certainly wouldn't say no to a second XP for that.
Okay.
I never rolled for it though, right? I mean, never did
Yeah.
any of that kind of stuff. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's addressed a challenge with not necessarily like you rolled an action of. So I think it's fair to take that. Yeah.
and me personally as a player, I'm a little like overpowered for that scene because I'm a sales engineer by trade, and so like explaining technology to people who don't understand like that's my thing.
Oh, you're
So
one
I
of
feel like a
those.
little, I feel like I'm that guy. Yeah, for this. You didn't know I was that? That was my job? Oh man. now I feel like we have a whole
That's
nother
it.
like
Banned.
level of yeah. I feel like you hate me in a little way. That's kind of cool.
Aw.
My profession, maybe.
No, only if you were for one particular company that I know you're not at, so that's fine.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm into that.
All right. So yeah, anybody around the table, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? I know there was background stuff for Griffith for sure.
Yeah, big time.
Mhm.
I expressed my religious beliefs and also talked about my background
Okay.
several times. I think it came a couple times in the session.
Okay.
It's not like a thing that is like written on my sheet, but kind of being seen as the leader and dealing with like being seen as the leader and dealing with that kind of stuff. Maribel's like trying to lean into being
Maribel is like a deal maker and a person who's like is like establishing things. Like you're the one building our power base. That is definitely her
trying to
drive.
do, yeah.
Yeah, and like that's all your actions today were like advancing us, and that has been like her drive for a while now.
Thank you. I'm glad that that's being role played. that it's being seen. I appreciate that.
Yeah, totally.
So is that cool, Mike? Then
And did you?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ohm went through a few of their drives. The background I haven't really touched in a while. I want to spend some more time doing that, getting back to like who tossed my shop and some of the things that came up there. I got to talk a little bit about Ohm being double crossed in the past, as a maker, as an inventor. But that was really just a slight tease of what their history is. So, and as far as drives, obviously, like the whole like mask thing and making the patron happen, that's been like Ohm's focus our entire time. Is like they're all interested in the job, and Ohm is interested in the patron. So that scene was really helpful to Ohm. So thank you.
Cool. And did anyone struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during this session? I know Milos and
Go ahead.
Griffith both definitely hit that at least once.
Or at least click that one time, maybe two.
The only thing with like my trauma is haunted and like not like totally stunted or freaked out like by a ghost, because like that's Maribel's life now. Like she
Of course, if a
completely
ghost is going to
believes.
show up, it's somebody I knew. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's kind of her
This is my
life
now.
that she's kind of living now.
We blew up their warehouse and we killed Bosso Boss, and I still can't get rid of the left blacks.
I wanted to try and move into that damn house. We would have found what the wraiths had in there.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have 4 walls, right? So you can't like.
Well, I know we can't move. I know. I'm just trying to set up a power play. That's all.
It's true. It's true.
It's also just full of asbestos. That's
Asbestos.
And I would say, like, for like the, because obsessed is one of your traumas, right? Like making sure paranoid. No, soft is the other one.
Right.
But like making sure that like the blood wasn't seen, and like being kind of obsessive about that, and then about going and talking about the masks and getting it fixed.
I see it as a huge misstep to pull the glitching mask out to like a normal person, right? Because the glitching mask was seen by enemies, right? And now there's this shopkeeper who has seen the same glitching mask, right? And that was totally Ohm being obsessed about the mask and worried about it, and really can't see outside of that whole task. So even when addressing the vice was like making kind of a tactical error on that part, because the shopkeeper doesn't care about masks, like doesn't do that stuff, I don't think so. So yeah, that was totally a trauma, kind of keeping the obsession alive kind of thing.
I get it. I dig it.
Alrighty then. That's all I got for you then.
Awesome. Woo! This is a good role-playing session. This was fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the little conversations we all got to have. That was nice.
Yeah.
They were fun to watch. I'm not like sitting here like taking copious notes as everybody just like spills backstory. So I'm not gonna.
Didn't think you were.
Yeah, nothing's gonna come out of this. No, keep talking. Like,
yeah.
I saw every time as Casey was talking, be like,
yep.
Let me
Yes.
take a note.
it's like
handing me
just
this
talk
brace of
longer. It's just like
knives.
just handing over knives. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep.
I wanted Griffin to kind of get more fleshed out, so.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was great, dude.
Because he's just not a hired gun that just kills people.
Yeah. Yeah, of course not.
No, for sure. I think Maribel's coming from a point of just like, is this going to continue to be a problem?
Possibly.
Like, even if like we pay it off or make it go away, it'll come back. Like, how many times are we going to have to deal with it? Where
Maribel is really stepping in as the shot caller right now. Like, okay, feed me the information. Do I care about this? I.e., does the crew care about this?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And once it was clear that this was going to impact the whole crew and not just like Ghost's wife, then it's like, okay, well, that's a problem for all of us and we need to address that. I don't know in the order, but we have to take care of that now.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool. And like that also like helped inform a lot of other things. And I like her in that role. That felt good.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Thanks. I'm enjoying it, but also it's like I want Demas back. I want Demas back personally. I don't know how Maribel's gonna handle it. Like,
Oh, right.
Maribel keeps saying
It's
that
gonna
she
be
wants
weird.
Demas back.
Right. It's gonna be a cool session when that gets to happen.
It's gonna be a fun
Yep.
weirdness.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
We just gotta
Yep.
keep working to get him more dice so he doesn't just come back traumatized out.
Or do we?
That's how Maribel truly takes control.
Yeah.
Uh,
Awesome.
cool.
Well,
That was
So
fun,
yeah, thanks everybody for coming out and watching. Thank you guys for coming out and playing.
Yeah.
HighShelfGaming.com, High
Boop,
Shelf
boop,
Gaming,
boop.
wherever you get your podcasts at.
That's right.
Um,
And we'll be back. The next time we're gonna be playing is Tales from the Loop on Monday.
Yep.
Um,
Most likely.
it is Memorial Day,
It's a holiday,
so
yeah.
we'll see. The days are really still blending together for me, so it's like kind of strange to think that there is a holiday coming, but I'm told that that is
Somebody
still a
get the
holiday.
calendar.
Right.
Quarantine calendar.
Yeah, what's the quarantine calendar? Is it a September or something like that, or Septober?
I'm trying to get to the generator right now.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we'll be back at doing this next week, next Wednesday, of course, and all of that good stuff. So exciting stuff happening here on this channel.
yes.
Coming up
Cool.
next week.
Coming out of this.
Yes.
Today is Moore's Day, by the way.
Moore's Day.
Moore's Day.
Moore's Day. It feels like a Moore's Day.
Yeah.
It feels like it.
Yeah, folks, what we've done is we've made a generator that can just spit out like day names for us because it's all blending together. It's a big mush right now.
And we use Legend Keeper to make it.
That's right. We're such Legend Keeper like
comes back.
thirsty people. Love it. All right.
Love it.
Mike, thanks a ton for running, man. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thanks
Mike.
everybody for
Thanks,
coming out
Mike.
and playing.
Yeah.
We'll catch everybody next week.
Everyone else, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.